that Void is like the top card in the DM deck.
Void was the first card I invented in the DM deck.
I am terrified for Void, because if it is anything remotely close to what Void originally is, then I don't really like it. Just ask that guy in that one thing that I'm not going to mention the name of, because I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't watched the first campaign yet.
Be afraid. Be very, very, very afraid.
Is it anything remotely like that ending part of campaign 1?
Not completely, no.
Okay.
So, on the note of Void cards and dogs attacking each other, welcome everybody after our Bothwell excursions, or not Bothwell excursions. I mean, technically Varric had a Bothwell excursion too, he was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, welcome back to where you were, which is still in Warson, in Stock. You went back there to go and have a little look at your, investment, I guess. You guys were accompanied by the apprentice, Arkin, who is bewitching all of you with his just cute bumblingness and his glasses that he keeps polishing. And through him you discovered what happened when Apricity pulled the card.
Oh, yes.
She now is an author, a very successful erotic author of such titles as Graveside Love and Necromancer's Lust, Tiefling Tongue Action, Horned and Horny, Pixie Penises in Their Hiding Places, no offense Ariel, Pointy In and Over Endowed Part 1, Orcs, Thongs and Snogging, Dwarven Tripod, and of course her bestseller, Brokeback Sailor. Also Fairy Frolics, Fernando Freed.
Oh dear.
So fucking good.
And you did this to yourself, guys. You did this, as always, you did this to yourself. So you guys got to Stock, found out that High Tom is now the new ruler. You also found out that 7 of the people you knew there are no longer there. The people who are members of the Ring, Vincent Poe and his assistant, and of course Reese, no longer there. They're all off doing something, who knows what. But you guys nevertheless managed to have a party, as only you guys could. You were actually given the keep, and it's now known as Carnal Keep, if you guys wish it. And the villagers and townspeople of Stock are very delighted to have you there, and they think you're wonderful and amazing, and they all had a wonderful party with you, and everything was great. During the party, Varric attempted to get romantic and got rebuffed. Sorry, what was that? What was that? I mean, you can join in with this recap if you would like to add something there.
No, it's fine.
Yes, Varric got rebuffed. Arissa is not allowed to drink any wine.
Yep.
The Theritas, I believe, got romantic with Redo, or attempted to.
Oh, Apricity, I'm hearing a lot of echo coming from you, from your mic.
I can put headphones in now. Yeah.
So yes, that was the things that occurred. Arkin also donated to you a lot of his worldly funds because he had a lot of pocket money saved up over the years that he had just never spent. Oh, the Theritas. You are a paladin! That is not the language for a paladin. Terrible. I preferred your Bothwell character, honestly.
Ah, beer.
So, I'm going to pick it up the next morning. The town is at a standstill Some people are sort of lazily wandering about, meandering. A few people are awake and sort of doing some cleaning, but mostly everyone is sleeping in. A lot of people are passed out in your big banquet hall and outside as well. People have come in to go to sleep. A lot of people have just passed out outside. It was a fairly mild night. People seem to be recovering. So if there was anything you wanted to have done the previous evening, you may now mention it, and then we will jump forward to the morning.
Okay, well, you can go first.
I did specify that Varric would be sleeping on the roof, yes. Or stargazing or something.
Yes.
Yeah, and I specified that Hannah was sleeping in front of the fireplace, and when everyone wakes up, she's going to be still sleeping, with a shield around her that the common people, the town people, are constantly poking. So, if anyone runs into that scene, if they can try and wake her up, that would be very good for me.
Alright.
Vitharitus will stumble downstairs and gather up his stuff.
Naked Vitharitus.
He'll have put something on for modesty's sake.
A very. He'll just have Narvinio just in front of him.
His red knickers on.
Yes, the red panties. Meanwhile, Apricity's following behind, writing everything down for her book.
Love it.
She's going for part 2 of the Tiefling book.
Yes.
Well, it was such a good seller, I don't know how I couldn't.
Alright, so Vitharitus, you come down.
Yeah. He'll gather up his stuff. Well, he'll go out into the courtyard and he'll start doing, basically practicing in his new armor. Trying to get used to it.
He's working in the crafties and what? Oh yeah, of course he is. But he doesn't know it.
It's that charm.
I would like to come downstairs and see what food is left over from the banquet that we had the night before and start trying to make some sort of breakfast for all the people that are still there.
Well, there is more food than you were expecting. It seems that Varric did not manage to devour all of it because he went up to do some, spinning stargazing. I'm going to say he was staring at the sky and it was all just sort of spinning around and around. But yeah, there's quite a decent chunk of food. You could make a fairly hearty breakfast for anyone who was still there.
I'll potter away and do that then.
Alrighty. Kaleidoscope Stargate. Yes.
Arisa's probably just cleaning up from last night.
Aww.
Probably the only one without a...
Yes, she's the only one without a hangover. Arisa, can you do me a wisdom check?
Okay. Just plain old wisdom.
Yeah, please.
Matters much. I got -1. 10. It was almost a 3.
You feel a bit bloated, but that's about it.
Maybe I ate.
Oh God.
Maybe I ate too much.
I definitely didn't drink too much.
I know it wasn't a drink.
Did she?
Annabelle doesn't have a hangover either, by the way. Just mentioning.
Can I look around and see where Arkan is? I can't remember if I feel like I took him up to one of the bedrooms, but I can't remember.
You put him to bed.
Okay. So Arkan's not present as I'm in the kitchen.
No, he. You can have sort of looked in on him as you came past, and you can hear sort of.
Cool. He's not choked on his own vomit. That's good to me.
Not yet.
No, yeah, exactly. I'll check every 10 minutes or so.
Make sure he's sleeping on his side. Yeah.
Yeah. Brushed his little hair off of his face.
Duh.
Does he?
Yes.
I want Varric to roll over, out of bed.
Bed, he says.
Okay, do a dexterity save.
That makes okay, +9. I'm good. 11.
Okay. There's like drool down the side of your mouth. It's all crusty. Your mouth's really dry. You're like, ugh. And you sort of like yawn, like stretch, roll over, and you guys, from everywhere you are, everyone who's awake, you can probably hear a.
The therapist will just look up.
You see Varric falling off the tower, and then suddenly, about halfway down, like remember he has wings, and they sort of like, poof, oh, and he sort of like starts floating down to the ground.
I'll pick a corner that has shadow and just sit in it with like my hood up and my wings around me, and just like sit down in the corner, no light on me.
Aww. Broody, sad emo Varric.
No, it just hurts because it's bright lights.
That's very true. It's very, very true. You can be.
Can you smell my breakfast hash cooking?
Yes.
That smells good. And then just like pull the hood up again. Pull the hood up again and just keep sitting.
The therapist is going to laugh, and then he's just going to start singing while he's practicing.
I feel like we're about to be sent lyrics. What are you singing?
No. Just whatever.
Is he singing like, oh, it's a good day for breakfast?
It's a wonderful day for pie.
Oh god, that song.
Yeah, something along those lines.
Yeah, but Theratas has the vexing glow of someone who has had a very, very good night with not a lot of sleep about him.
Well,
I'm gonna, once I finish making breakfast, I'm gonna use minor illusion, and I'm gonna like have a bell ringing, calling, like waking people up and bringing them to breakfast. Right near Varric's head. No, I don't know where Varric is right now. I wouldn't be that mean, probably.
You practically see the tiefling paladin doing that through the front door. With full plate armor.
I think I actually know that
Clank,
song
clank, clank.
Yeah, I'm gonna start putting like massive plates of breakfast on the dining room table and like telling people to help themselves.
The big dining room table indoors is where a lot of the people are asleep, so you can see Hannibal by the now dead fire. And there's like a big shield around and lots of people poking.
Yeah, literally just trying to see
Like,
what the fuck that
half
is.
drunkenly. Duh, duh, Bob, duh, 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 like, yeah.
I'm gonna do my minor illusion bells as close to Hannibal as I physically can. I'm really loud.
like on top of her shield.
Well, yeah, like I don't know how if I can touch the shield, but like, yeah.
So
But basically, like hammering on her shield as loud as possible to see if I can wake her up.
Hannibal is going to first grumble, and then she's gonna wave her hand above her in a and the shield is going to triple in size, and then she's going to cuddle and just go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Hannibal not hungry.
If she's not coming to breakfast, that's her choice.
Nerfa is going to come for breakfast.
Vitharius is going to head over to the fireplace and set it up so Navinia can happily sit in there.
Okay.
Rosie,
Yes.
can I cast silence on my hood?
Sure.
What are you going to do?
Sure.
You know what? I'm not
Varric is
actually
not
doing it
coming
though.
to breakfast.
No, I'm not actually doing it. I'll slowly like make my way over into the breakfast hall.
Varric can never resist food. For the sake of argument, we will say that Redo is also here. Our Redo player cannot make it tonight, but she is still with the party, so she'll probably just be sitting. For the sake of argument, we'll say she's a little hungover too, and she'll just be like inappropriately like touching Vitharitas every now and then to distract him.
I texted her a little while ago, and all she said was, "Please be kind to Redo." So I was like, "Yeah, sure."
Okay. Also, I'm just thinking who to send this to. Apricity.
Darling.
Apricity, as you are
Showing.
darling, as you
Darling.
are dishing out,
Darling.
as you're dishing out the breakfast, somebody comes in and says, this letter arrived for Cardinal Eclipse, here, and hands it to you, Apricity.
Nice.
Because you look the most awake and alert, and I am sending it to you now. There you go.
Thank you. Cool. I shall read my letter as breakfast.
Alrighty. So, Apricity is reading her letter over breakfast. 3 ducks are now on Annabelle's shield.
Oh dear.
I like that the ducks have taken off now.
Those ducks were great, by the way.
Curse ducks. It's great. It's amazing. Varric is playing with his food. Arkin is not there. He is still asleep, we shall say, for the time being.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make sure that I dish up a really big plate of food and put it to one side with like another plate over the top, and that's for Arkin. I'll take it up to him later.
Okay.
Captain, my captain, I have sent you a message.
Cool, thank you very much. So, did anyone want to discuss anything over your brekkie fast, or are you all too busy being
But Theratus will just dig into his food to begin with.
Okay.
I assume that Varric will be awkwardly like looking away from Marissa most of the time.
Oh.
It's entirely.
I'm still reading my letter because it hasn't opened yet.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm on a laptop that I'm not used to.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Also, could everybody except for Apricity, because she'll be reading, could you do me a perception check?
That's a 20 plus 8. Well, it makes 28.
6.
Woo!
I rolled a lucky 7.
Yay, lucky 7!
Okay.
And that would be a non-natural 20.
Okay. Varric and Vitheritas, at the corner of your eye, every so often, you think you see these, like, really little, almost like My Little Ponies, just, like, wandering about. They're probably about the size of your hand. And, like, you think you see them, like, poking out from, like, behind the curtains and, like, in the corner of the room, and then they sort of, like, disappear.
Do I recognize them?
Yes. They look a little bit like the creatures that Hannibal brought out before, only a lot smaller.
I'll saunter over her, like, towards where she is sitting and just, like...
She's asleep at the moment.
Yeah.
With the shield around her.
And I'm debating if that would work.
Very tempted just to loudly go, "Who's for breakfast wine?"
Raises his hand whilst reading letter.
Hannibal just wakes up, just like, "Oh my god!"
No!
You know what? I could do without a pair of wine.
Where's the wine always gone?
There we go.
The question is there even any wine?
Is there any left?
There'll probably be a little bit left, maybe not loads.
There's probably like a bit, like in the whole of stock, there's probably like, you know, a bit.
In the whole of stock.
Probably got like, you know, the communion wine left.
Actually, I don't think she would even have to wake up for this. I think all of the tiny beings around would just kind of involve her like ants and be like, nope. All over her body.
So yeah, if Arissa even starts thinking about breakfast wine, like an abundance of almost My Little Pony type creatures like start bouncing around her, like going, no, 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 no.
They actually sound like jingle bells, by the way.
Like
a lot of
she got a stick.
And the more that you would refuse, the louder the jingle would be, until everyone who has a hangover would kind of like want to kill her. So that's the thing.
Like, I think with a 6, she wouldn't even notice that saying no.
Okay. So, you guys are, to recap, just so that you guys remember, overall, you guys had been advised to head to Risha, which is where the next shard potentially is going to be. You stopped on the way in stock so that you could so that you can check in and see how everything was doing. But other than that, you have many different things going on in your own little life. So what would you like to do next?
Are we sat together at breakfast? Like,
Yeah.
everybody's kind of sat close
Yeah.
enough.
I'll go, you guys are all sort of sat around one end of the table, and then other
Yeah,
people have sort
cool.
of joined in, you know, as and when.
I'm going to kind of hold the letter up to everybody and say, we've been sent thanks by our friends that are soon to be wed.
Ooh. 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 Erissa's just like almost trips the chair over. Getting to oh my god.
They are indebted to us, and yes, very happy. They've been hearing things about Travis, however. The letter says they've heard that something stirs beneath. There are cracks in the world, and they're breaking once more. Cultists from Rog are aiding the Underrealm. And something about rangers in the north flee back here with nightmares of deities hell-bent on our destruction. Does anybody know... Does anybody know Rog? I don't know Travis well.
DM, how much would I have remembered of that?
Well, you travelled there a little bit, didn't you?
I would have travelled around.
Yeah. You can do just a general history check.
Yeah, it's
Just to...
Goodness. Right.
I don't think Arissa.
Varric, if you've travelled in Travis,
Sorry.
maybe.
Oh,
I'm actually not sure. Arissa, did we travel, like, because Varric only left Risha, well, he down where he met Arissa, but that's, like, where he started following Arissa, so if she Travis, then Varric wouldn't either.
Well, they met in Risha, didn't they? So Arissa went to Risha instead of Travis.
Yeah, they met in, like, the port town, I think.
Yeah.
In which case, no.
I don't think.
However,
I don't think they went to Travis.
Arissa, you have a vague recollection, when this is mentioned, that Rog is not very nice and a bit run down and full of people, and you just have an instinct that says, no, it doesn't. I don't think that's that great. And
Oh shit! Varric knows Rog! It's the card.
What?
it's the what? The card or the guard?
Was Varric with them still when they entered Rog the first time?
nope. Varric
Shit,
didn't,
then he wasn't. Okay.
Varric didn't make it out the first town.
Fair.
or something kinder.
Arissa's just kind of like, I don't know Rog, but don't go there. She's very confused. Just don't go.
Oh, Arissa, you would also remember that the rulers of Rog, and therefore Travis,
And my
are
cousins.
part demon.
And my cousins.
Uh-huh.
Whoa, do we know that?
Well,
We're related to fucking everyone.
you now know her name is Arissa Talcat,
Oh yeah, that's true.
but you might not know that she's... You know that she's related to the royalty Borson.
Yeah. Basically, I think you're related to all royalty now, because I don't really understand how royalty works.
Well, I think, yeah, we
Same.
agreed. Me and Rosie agreed that she was a distant cousin to the
Yeah.
town
Yeah.
line, who are the ones that rule Trevis.
Yeah, so in which case you definitely would know that. But as far as you're aware, you've never been there, but you feel like you've got an image of a place in your head, and it's full of, like, it's like a big desolate campsite, and there's, like, boulders, and there's, like, dirt, and it's destroyed, but people are still there, and it just doesn't sound great.
Well, considering she knows a little bit about the other her, she's probably like, I haven't been there, but I think I have been there.
At which I'd go, oh.
Yeah.
And I'd sit there going, what the fuck is she on about?
And then she just says, it's not a good place. It's in shambles, to put it mildly.
So,
Maybe we should just head to Risha.
so when it mentions cultists in Rog, we should be really worried.
Yes. I think.
It would be good to at least know cultists of who.
Mm-hmm. Well, and then it says rangers in the north. So even the rangers are scared of these people. Yeah, that's all it says. It's just rangers in the north. Damn, Gridsmore. Yeah. Well-
Veritas is just growling and muttering.
I'm going to lean over to Arissa because I know that she'll get excited about weddings, and I'm going to show her the bottom of the letter. And I'm going to point out, it says, please take care. We would have you attend our wedding next month at New Moon, if you are able. We hope you do not object to our new surname. The weather is fine. Sicily and Mayha Eclipse.
Oh.
If-
Eris is just like, okay, clear your schedules. Going to the wedding. And if any of you disagree.
But
Oh
I
dear.
don't know. Hang on, I'm going to read this again. I'm trying to work out where they are from the letter. I don't think, unless I'm being really thick. It says we're finally here. Where were they? Where did they say they were going to? I can't remember.
You sort of suggested that they head to Fort William.
That's where they are. I remember.
They go to Fort William and I gave them a piece of paper, essentially, with the Town Cat coat of arms.
Yes.
Which
To
is
say that they were welcome.
to say that they could be granted safe passage.
Yeah.
Any ship if they chose.
Well, it would probably be worth us passing via Fort William anyway.
Fort William is a harbour town, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So therefore, we could travel to May from there if we want to go to Risha. We could also travel to Grotten through the Whispering Marshes if we need to go there because of Trevis.
Yeah.
So it's by far the best and most sensible option to actually go there.
There's also a possible
Although that's
error.
out of game me. Varric will just
Oh yeah, that's fine.
be groaning stuff.
You do know,
Rosie?
You do know it's possible to get ships from around the area of Fort William as well that go up to Port Lothyouth on the coast.
How many days are there until the new moon? Roughly.
It would be about 4.5 weeks because there'd be a new moon coming at the moment, but they're talking about the next one. So.
Yeah. So about 4.5 weeks. So we've got, if we want to go to the wedding, looks at Arissa.
Yeah.
We've got some time to get there. Wink. But also, if we need to travel elsewhere, we might have to just send our best regards.
Possible heir to the throne in case what's his face alive.
No, in case we want to sink this country into civil war.
What do you mean sink it in the Civil War? It's already sitting on the edge of it itself.
Yeah, all we're doing is pushing them off the cliff into it.
I think they jumped.
Well, some people did, and other people are being pulled down in the rope that they were holding on to.
Yep. That one guy jumped, and then the other guy followed.
Yeah. So remind me, the possible heir to the throne in Fort William. Who dat?
I believe it was a cousin.
Okay.
Isn't it the bastard baby?
Well, you are also considering the bastard baby.
Just gonna put all options out there. I think it's gonna be a severe civil war at some point.
Pytharis is willing to back anyone that doesn't back no wings.
To be fair,
those guys. God, I can't
why not?
lie.
Why not? All they did was stab a few people.
Can I just I would
Hey,
just
stop
point
trying to
out.
fucking pretend that it's okay to just randomly kill people so that we forget that you shot a kid.
I have an out.
We did that in our home, okay?
You have
Oh
a,
god!
you have
I have an out of character
question.
Go on.
Where is Arissa in the line for the throne?
Here we go.
In my mind, you're already the fucking queen, because I'm just like, oh, please, just put a crown on her, they're all the same.
Arissa would be. Hang on, I'm gonna write this family tree down now.
Are you about to go murdering?
No.
This is my new character arc. I'm going to kill them all.
Arissa isn't. Echo, on the other hand.
Oh no, I forgot she has a second dual personality.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Are you actually going to draw up this family tree? 'Cause
Oh, yes, please, that'd be amazing.
Yep, including every single person.
yes.
Well, it's got 3 branches at the moment. You've got the Tal family in Trevis. You've got the remains of the Taliesin family in Borson. God, it really sounds Critical Role every time I say this. And you've got the Pike family in Amley. You are related to Tal and Taliesin, which are also connected to each other. You're also vaguely
quick
connected
question.
to Pike. Yes?
If those families of royalty are like family related to each other,
Yeah.
and earlier they were trying to marry off their like son and daughter.
The people.
Emily
Which-
wasn't technically a member of the royal family. She
Oh,
was
no,
just
no,
the
no.
eldest daughter.
No, but the only reason Emily was going to be given away in marriage was because the daughter was a junkie.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
They were going for an incestuous marriage thing.
Marriage is very common in royal.
I was going to say, it's not really incestuous in their eyes, it's like keeping the blood pure, which is basically incest, but you know.
And they wonder why they're
I don't know
plus
if pure is a fitting word for that scenario.
Plus, all of the different branches of the royal family, I think at this point are so far apart in terms of relation that it's not really a worry about genetics and
Yeah.
such.
The overall idea of the world is that way back in history, the Tal and Taliesin family were connected and related. They then split off and ruled separate places, and the Tal family became the Tal family didn't actually rule Travis. They went off and had their own adventures and misdemeanors and became connected with the demon blood, and then came back and started ruling Travis. However, the Taliesin family were very well established in Borson for a long time, because that was a very, very well established country. Travis was still being explored and demolished and whatever. Meanwhile, the Pike family were getting all up on it in Amley because no one could stop them because they were so far north that no one cared. Meanwhile, Richard was just going crazy.
The end.
So you would have to kill quite a lot of people to be in line to either throne, although technically you could have a claim to the Tal or Taliesin. But it would be a little way.
Be like 20th down the line or something.
Yeah.
Like 20th.
People might notice if that many people die.
Like
That
20th
can be
Baghdad
achieved. It can be achieved before Varric empties his quiver. Just say the word.
To answer that one, yes, technically you are quite far down the line, but it would take a lot of doing. You do have enough time if you want to go to Risha and do some things and come back. You would have plenty of time to come back in time for the wedding. You can get to Fort William. It's literally to the north of you, going up the road, and from there you can also get to Risha as well by ship.
Okay, so I think the first thing we should do is just to Fort William. After cleaning up this mess.
Did we, and again, this is out of character because I can't remember, did we officially hire people, or I feel like I said to a guy about putting the word out that we wanted staff?
Yes,
Yep.
you put the word out and you worked out how much it would cost, and then Arkin gave you a shit ton of money, so it would no longer matter how much it cost.
Motherload, motherload, motherload.
Exactly.
Yep.
So in character, so I think we should continue having breakfast, have some coffee, tidy up, ensure that we have enough people to look after the keep whilst we're gone, because we don't know how long we're going to be away. And then I think departing for Fort William would be a great idea.
So we need to conduct some interviews. Secretary Roxy, go!
Arissa suddenly whips out another costume with another, like, wig and glasses, and...
Yeah.
I love it. Do it.
Her hair is now, like, in a beehive. She's wearing, like, this skirt suit. And everyone's like, what the fuck are you wearing?
I'm just, like, looking at her, like, slow clapping, like, whoa.
She's got shoulder pads for days.
Massive false eyelashes, acrylic nails.
Oh dear.
Cool. I think we should organise some people then to work for us.
Okay. Okay, at this point, you guys hear a loud explosion, and you also hear a lot of screams from people who've been sent flying across the room. And some people go skittering across the floor.
I knock an arrow. Just instantly towards the explosion.
I hold the spatula menacingly because it's the only thing I have close to me right now.
You look over and Hannibal's rolled over and she's got one eye open and the shield has just like gone poof.
Wait, so it's just Hannibal waking up?
Yeah.
Did I miss something?
I am so tempted to let loose now, to just let the arrow fly.
Oh, everyone is gathered already. I must have slept more than I thought. So, did you decide where we're going to go? The wedding? William?
How does she know about the wedding? She's been asleep.
I think her little creatures have been listening.
Ugh.
You hear little shimmers, and suddenly the creatures all leave their hiding places and start walking towards Hannibal. She just smiles and gathers them in her hands as they poof in smoke.
I'm going to give one of the creatures nearest me the middle finger.
I actually want to shoot one.
Don't do that. No, don't. Out of character, really. No, you don't want to do that.
To be fair, it'd be metagaming if I use that knowledge to not... Varric is already angry. He didn't eat, so he's hangry. He's hangover, and he's rejected. I think when the creatures walk out all sparkly, yeah. Varric will possibly not shoot one, but he'll definitely kick one.
Oh, that's even worse. So are you actually doing this? Be warned.
Varric, just do a dexterity check, but with disadvantage.
Never mind.
That's good, that's good.
Dexterity check. Oh wait, yes, I get a +6 to that, so that makes 12.
Okay. It's a swing and a miss as your hungover foot kicks.
Okay, so he misses?
He misses the small little fluffy creature.
Okay, Varric? Hello?
Hello. Hello.
You don't say hello to you.
Okay, everyone, I need you to pay attention to this. So, as Hannibal sees you almost kicking one of her creatures, let's just say that you're all going to suddenly be on the ground because the suddenly wave of her magic is so potent. It's like gravity is pulling you down from your chairs to the ground. And she's going to look at Varric for the first time angrily and she's just going to say in the most menacing, dark voice possible, "Don't you ever do that again." And then she's just going to pop, and the magic is going to be gone, and she's going to be all smiley, and she's going to go to another room. Okay, now. I did warn you. So do that as you will. She's not in the room.
Orisa, you feel a sudden, like, knot in your stomach at that point. Like, a really bad, like, menstrual cramp. Like, proper, like, ow, fuck, and then it goes.
Oh. What? I think I ate too much. Where am I on my period? I'm going to the bathroom. I'm gonna kind of look after Orisa and be like, I'm sure she's okay.
Alright. So, you guys are gonna do some interviews?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, look at me.
I'm now scrolling up to show Emily how sharp you fucking look. Yeah.
Alright.
Look at Orisa right now.
You know what? Vretty, I think Varric would say something else, then I should go.
Yep.
I think at this point, Varric would poke you, going, should we go look for the guard? Like, to get guards going here.
Yeah, I definitely want to see exactly who's going to be defending the keep.
We might give him some pointers.
Before the interviews start, I'm going to take the big plate of breakfast to Arkan.
Okay. You will actually meet him coming down the stairs. Like, glasses askew, hair all big and tufty at the back. Like, his, like, tunic's, like, done up the wrong buttons and stuff. Oh, hello. Hi. Morning.
Morning, dear. Did you sleep okay?
I don't remember.
Don't worry about remembering things too much. Right. And Uncle Kel will be proud that you got shit-faced, as you put it so eloquently.
Oh, I did, didn't I? Oh, okay. I think I need food now.
Come and sit downstairs, I've made breakfast. And I'll, like, guide him down to the dining room table.
Alright, cool. So, Arkan has some breakfast, and, so, Varric and Vitheritas, are you going off to look for guards?
Yeah.
Okay. Vitheritas, you've set up a torch for Navinye, and you've made a big circle of rope.
Yep.
Okay, what are you doing?
She will.
He'll look across at Varric and basically goes, send anyone up that wants to be a guard, and I'll see if they're good enough.
I'll need at least one bout as well, though.
Sorry, what was that?
I'll need at least one bout as well. Can't let you have all the fun.
Well, if you want, set up a target. They'll need to know how to shoot as well.
Okay, with that, I'll make some targets out of, like, hay bales and such.
Alright, cool. You spread the word, and several people arrive over the next half an hour, armed with various different weapons to come and try out to come meet some of your castle guards. There's probably about 20-25 of them.
I'm gonna come and watch from a distance, but I'm gonna let these two, like, do the trials.
Okay. A lot of other people have arrived who would quite happily have a job here as well. So, Arissa, you can sort those people out in a minute, but just for now, people are enjoying watching this spectacular show. So, Vitaritas and Barak, what would you like to challenge these people to do?
So Vitaritas is going to step into the circle and go to the crowd. Anyone that wants to take a job as a guard for the carnal key, step into the circle and try and hit me.
Okay.
One at a time.
Yeah, a few of them move forwards together, and then one at a time. Oh, okay.
Did you just say try and hit me?
Yep.
Wow. I am sitting down and eating popcorn.
The drama corn.
So he hasn't drawn his weapon, but he's got his shield up.
Okay. Alright, I will just roll this consecutively for different people. Alright, so the first guy steps up. They're all human.
Yeah.
Various different ages. This one's quite a young lad. Seems quite like, the glint of spark is in his eye. And he has like a sort of rusted sword with him that it seems to have sort of like grabbed from somewhere, and he just like steps into the circle and gets a bit freaked looking at you and sort of stares up at you as you're quite tall, and then and he like sort of does a run, but with a 12 I don't think he's going to manage to hit you.
Well, you could make him hit me, but it's going to bang off the armor.
Yeah. Bang, 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 bang. Oh no! Oh! He does like a little spin, and he like ducks to the floor, and he just manages to like tap you on the ankle with his with his 23.
Ooh, yes, he does actually manage to hit me with that.
That was a good roll.
Rightio. I'm presuming he will get to do a bit of damage with that.
Well, are you doing it just for try and hit me, or do you want to take damage as well?
I'm presuming he's wanting them to give it their all.
Alright, in which case you take 6 points of damage.
Noted. So Vitaritas will step back from that one, laugh and go, "You've definitely, once you know what you want to do, you can pull it off. I can definitely train you."
Thanks! And he like jumps out of the circle, like high-fiving some of his friends. Yeah! Just trying to find some music that's appropriate to play in the background of this. Something comedic. There we go. Okay.
And so he'll just step in and go next and continue down the line.
Next two. One gets a 10 total, and the next one gets a 15.
Neither of those are going to hit.
Okay. Next two. Ooh.
So that's two at the same time. Verti just steps back and they punch each other in the nose.
The next guy, his first attack is a nat 20.
Ooh, definitely hits.
But his second attack is a 5. I'm gonna let if they hit you, I'll let them have a second go. Or if they nearly hit you, I'll just let them have a second go.
That's right.
The other two failed, though. But yeah, so this guy manages to catch you, probably just by the elbow or something, and then hey, and then he sort of gets a bit too cocksure and sort of tries to plunge his dagger into the middle of your shield, aww.
But the one that definitely critical hit him will get pointed at. And you're definitely going to get a job if you're going to swing like that.
He's a taller, muscular, dark-haired man. And he sort of nods and steps back again. Alright,
Yep.
The next person, not a hope. Next person, not a hope.
Once there's a bit of a queue that have worked their way through, Vitheratus will also over at Varric and goes, any of you that have already had your shot, speak to the elf. He wants to see how good you are at fishing.
Ooh. Alright, so they're gonna move on over to you, Varric. Alright, so I'm gonna do you one at a time. Alright, so
I use an arrow to like land because I assume that it's like a sandy courtyard kind of area, right?
yeah, like sandy dirt.
Okay, so I'll do like at a decent distance. So like, how big is the courtyard?
Do you want to be just outside the castle, or do you want to be in the inner courtyard inside the keep?
30. Are we just outside the castle or in the keep?
I was inside the courtyard.
Okay.
But you could take them outside if you
I
want.
mean, it's quite long. It's like it's a decent sort of rectangle shape. So if you just shoot from one side to the other, it'll be a fair distance.
Okay, I'll do that, and I'll just like draw a line in the sand, and then just go. Anyone who hits the target like closer than my arrow is immediately on archery duty.
A couple of people put their hands up sheepishly. What if we hit, but we're not quite as good as you?
Then I think we'll have some training to do before you are completely in. And with that, I take out my longbow and I shoot one arrow at the target.
Okay, roll it.
God damn it! How difficult are we supposed to make this test?
Please tell me you did not just nat one.
Oh no. Varric, no.
Not a nat 1, but it was a 19, so my total roll is a 30.
Nat 20 and just like make it like ridiculously difficult.
30 to hit.
Oh bloody hell. Alright.
You were hear Vitheratus from the...
Right.
You were calling me a show off.
Alright, Varric,
I'm
you
just
literally, like, you don't even Robin Hood it. You, like, shoot, and you've only set up, like a sort of paper target, like, on a wall. You, like, rip through it, and it falls to the ground. You're like, oh. And someone from the back goes, we're gonna need another target.
You! To the guy who yelled, like, about a new target. Go fetch one, then. They're over there.
Oh, okay. And someone quickly runs off to go and get you one.
Show off.
Alright.
You know what? That actually helps Varric feel better.
Well, that's good then, isn't it? Okay, so meanwhile, the next... Bless you. Sorry, my dog just sneezed.
Oh, bless you, Troy.
Okay, the next two against you, Vitheratus, have done quite well. One of them got a 12, but then an 18.
That would just miss on his Dharma.
So, good attempt, but not enough.
Yep.
The next guy has got an 8 and a 19.
The 19 will just glance off him.
Okay. So gives it a good go, just about, and he sort of catches your eye as he does it, and you can sort of see him sort of like, and he's like looking at you, waiting to see if that will count.
That's good enough. If it nearly gets me, it will get most.
Oh, thanks. Alright,
With
so
a bit of training, you'll all be good.
this is a 3. noting down the people who definitely did well.
Yeah. Basically, anyone that had like 17 and above, he'd be quite happy with.
Not too picky then. Okay, Varric. People shooting for you. The first person. Ooh, a nat 20.
You are in. You are definitely in.
That was the young, sparky guy who attacked you, Veritas, the first guy up. He like jumped up to take the bow as well.
He's doing well.
Someone's got a lot of enthusiasm.
Hey, Verti,
Yeah.
how did this one fare with you?
Nearly took my ankle out. Actually did a bit of damage.
So, I reckon we take this one for sure. He just obliterated my target.
I like that one.
Well, you heard this. You're in.
Alright. Alright, so the next one against, and that'll be against you, Protoss. A 2 and a 20.
The 20 matches my armor, so I think he actually hits.
Hey!
He's definitely...
Hey, forget
He
about
taps
it.
you in the chest. Just like pat pat.
It's like, dink. Oh, sorry! Okay. So between all of this, you have now got... You've got 10 people who succeeded at shooting a target, several of whom did it quite well, and you've got 15 people who managed to hit or glance off you, Vitheritas, and then the others range from quite shit to could use some work. So it's up to you. You could hire all of them, some of them. You could want to train some of them. What
It was about 15 of them that were...
15 of them hit you.
Yeah.
And how much did we need for the keep?
You needed... Oh god, you're making me get on my notes out again. Alright.
Wait, didn't we pin that? No, we didn't.
You would need... oh, I worked it out in gold. Damn it. I'm going to say 15 would do you, but you could always have more.
I'd say we take the 15 that succeeded your test and then, like, or the 15 that succeeded the test best, and then take a few additional to just train them.
Sounds good to me.
You are making my Varric hungry. Capacity.
So Vitharitus will be happy with a 15 and happy to get a couple of extras that can be trained up.
Okay, so I will put you as you've got 17 combat guards. Varric, how many like shooty people would you like? You can have some of each. So if you wanted to have, say, 20 total, you could have like 10 that are interchangeable and 10 that are always one or the other, or any combination that you would like, really.
I think we should do 10 full melee walking around the grounds kind of patrol guards.
Yep.
At least 5 dedicated rangers and then ranged attackers and then 5 switch, basically.
Sounds good to me.
Alright, so I'll put this down. So you've got 20 total, 10 melee, 5 ranged, 5 mixture. Alright, cool. And that's included in your gold price that we already worked out. I'm not going to make any of us, including myself, redo any maths on that again. So what we've got currently is 130 gold per month. Will do you for kitchen staff and cleaners and people looking after your place and stuff.
Okay.
Alright, so you two have a whale of a time. And enjoy doing that. Oh my Christ.
Can I actually give the guys a little other test?
Sure, go for it.
Like the guards that we select.
Yes.
I want to actually fly away and then sneak into the keep, so that like try and see if they catch someone sneaking around.
Okay. Do you want to do it now, or do you want to put them on watch?
They're armed with bow and arrow.
All right.
Now that the ranged guys are armed with bows and arrows, and like other guys have swords and such, I'd feel like it's a good idea to actually test them for the stealth thing as well.
Okay. All right.
I'm not calling a trace because I don't want this to be impossible for them.
Okay. All right. Do just do your sneak attack then, or are you going to attack them, or are you just going to like appear?
I'm gonna sneak up to them and like just sneak around the castle for a bit, like rolling over barrels and just like knocking over shit, seeing if they respond at all.
All right. Do 2 stealth checks then.
Okay. Oh, you're gonna enjoy this.
Alright.
The first one is a not natural 20.
Okay.
The second one is a nat 1.
Okay. I'm just imagining Barrett going from dun 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 boo, and like goes over a barrel, and then his wings get all caught. Like, dun 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 dun.
I sort of imagined him kicking over a barrel and just falling face first.
Well, 3 of your soldiers also rolled high enough to spot you with the nat 20.
Oh, damn.
Only 3.
With the not natural 20.
Oh, you're not natural 20. Well, either way, yes, they have rolled high enough to spot you, or hear you, whichever one it was with that. And then every single one except for one, who I'm going to assume was picking his nose and staring at Orissa's bum or something, noticed you completely bludgeoning the nat 1.
Wait, they were staring at Orissa's bum?
I'm going to assume one of them, that's what he was doing, although you wouldn't have noticed that because you were busy falling over yourself.
Fair, okay.
He was falling over himself because he was also looking.
That would make sense. I mean, the fact that Varric doesn't like rejection doesn't make it so that he's any less attracted by Orissa. He'll just be slightly more awkward about it.
Well, until anyone comes up with anything else to do, Vitheritas
is what?
Is going to train the melee soldiers in the ring, just the basics of like shield work and whatever melee weapons they actually have.
Okay. Alright. Well, you can spend a good chunk of your day doing this and getting them. You can get them up to complete snuff now, but a couple of them are from the town guard as well, and they can't commit to you all the time in the world, but they can be there quite a lot of the time, especially because they feel like they owe you quite a lot. So they can also help, and they do say to you that if you're away again, they would happily continue to train with some of the town's guards as well if you wanted them to continue training in your absence.
Also, I think it's not a bad idea to train with the guards and just create like a militia force in stock.
God.
At some point, we'll have to invest in ballistas across the like city wall.
You're going to be so fortified. Orissa, did you want to speak to anyone, or are you entertained enough, or did you want to speak to some of the people they're available for you to speak to if you would like, or are you just going to take down some names and look all secretarial?
Yeah, currently I'm just taking down names and moving out times.
Alright, noted.
Because people are too busy to want to kind of watching the tryouts and the training. So she understands that they might want to stick around and watch for a bit.
Okay. Well, you end up with a fairly decent amount of people. You've got some decent cooks. You do make sure you ask them a few questions about the quantity of food they're able to produce at a rapid rate. And several of them are ex-bakers, and a lot of them are confident that they could make enough food to, well, do all of you, potentially, Varric. They're happy to work on it. Yes, you can do a cook-off style contest to pick your head chef. Absolutely, I encourage it.
We're going to have 2 head chefs. We are going to have a Varric chef.
Yes.
And just a general keep head chef.
Yeah, that would be
Also, Verti,
Yep.
I think we picked our general for the Cardinal Keep officer guard.
The one that did really well.
It's the guy that damaged you and net 20'd my test.
Okay, so the person you have decided to lead your troops is the 18-year-old sparkly-eyed boy.
Who was extremely enthusiastic and actually managed to damage.
Yes.
Please tell me his name so I can write it down.
His
Yes.
name is Ammon.
How do you spell that for you?
I have spelled it for you.
I love it.
Actually a man.
He's a man. Duh.
He's a man, duh.
I might
It's
make,
his
I
last
might make
name.
that his
so
surname.
creative.
Yes, please do.
Amandua.
Okay.
Yes, that's amazing.
There you go.
Perfect.
Right, in my notes I put hiring staff, 18-year-old sparkly-eyed. What else do I need to put?
18-year-old sparkly-eyed enthusiastic youth.
And he aced all the tests.
Yeah.
Oh, the Theratus is giving him his old chainmail. That's amazing.
No.
Oh, the bard. The bard.
Oh dear.
Oh my god. But he's like the
Yes!
hottest Disney character ever.
Oh, I wish we didn't have copyright issues on YouTube because I could just play that song.
This would so be something Verteritas would be humming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To defend the key.
Carnal eclipse glory. Okay, if we hum anymore, we'll
Amazing.
get taken down.
It's okay if it's a parody. It's
Oh,
protected
yes.
under
If it's a parody, it's fine. It's all good. It's all fine.
So long as it's not Disney.
Let's just add it into our Carnal Eclipse musical that you guys are gonna be doing.
You can just find a cover from some YouTuber and you can use it. They don't have nearly as much copyright as Disney.
I'm looking for the lyrics now.
So between now and next game, we're going to rewrite the song. Okay.
I like it.
Yes, should be fun.
So we have a man doer.
Amandua.
Did you get other ones as well then?
The other ones of note were Thorn, who's the middle-aged man with dark hair. He was, again, quite good at hitting the Theratas. And, the sort of teen boy who is not terrible at hitting Betheritas, but he was quite good at the shooting. He is called Mabs.
So Mabs is one of my archers then.
Yes.
Okay. Because I
How
sort
many
of...
total- Sorry.
Your total is 20. You've got 10 melee, 5 range, and 5 mixture.
Thank you.
No problem. Also, I'm gonna die at the photos that have now just been shared.
What?
Funeral.
There's the fucking plant funeral, man. I didn't see the photographer. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know about your plant funeral. It's
Nor did I.
That's why it's so good.
Oh, Christ.
It's probably on the same level as Grass. Obviously not humorous. Maybe, I don't know what happened.
So Fifi and Vovo stole a plant from Crawford, and we didn't realize it was a sentient plant, and it trashed our common room, and we had to basically apologize to him and get him to help us, or everyone in the house had to help us to stop the plant from destroying our common room. And we think it may have ate someone because there was blood everywhere, and it tried to kill Symphonia, and then she was really sad that we had to kill it, so we had a funeral for it.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and then the plant sort of slowly came back to life, and it got married to Jeff, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is going to make no sense to anyone listening. To all our millions and millions and millions of fans, I apologise.
Jeff is the plant that got sorted into wizard.
Yeah, you know Jeff.
Best
Yes.
character ever.
Yes.
If they have a
He's so
poll
naughty.
of most memorable character, I'm putting Jeff because he was hilarious.
Jeff was so naughty. He dropped his tutus too many times.
I know. I saw all sorts of things from him. It was dreadful.
Poor Lorelai, she's gonna have to bleach her eyes.
You have to go to some serious therapy after all that.
Yep.
Oh man. Okay, so you guys have got yourselves a keep staff. And the people who, Arissa, you have hired, they make themselves busy. You, for the sake of argument, have paid them up front for the next month. And
How many other staff did we agree on before? I can't remember.
you should have about 15 for the keep itself.
Yeah. So like chefs and cleaners and general stuff.
Cooks,
Awesome.
cleaners, etc. And you've also got several volunteers from the town who are very happy to continue to come in and help spruce up the place for you. Because you guys did good and they like you.
Yay!
Yay!
And none of them know I'm actually royalty.
Oh yeah, shit, we should have played that card a bit more. Maybe we didn't have to pay so much.
No, Rissa's not like that.
She does want a crown, though.
Echo, on the other hand. I'm gonna have to make a character sheet for Echo.
When Arissa's mind breaks.
Uh-oh.
Bertie, oh god, should we just... Oh dear. Yes, Varric, you can pull a card from the deck.
Oh fuck! Don't unleash a dragon on the fucking keep
Not
now
in
that we've
our own
actually
keep.
got it nice.
Alright, give me 1 sec. I'm just gonna go and get my... my deck book. 1 second.
I'll specifically pull a card outside of the castle. Just to specify.
Thanks.
Varric promised not to use the cards in the inside the keep.
If you play with your cards, you have to play it outside. Oh my god, it's Noodle. Hello.
Uh-oh, I come back and everyone's laughing.
Sorry, that was my fault. Hi, Pot.
Okay.
Hi, Noodles.
Anyway.
Hello.
Simple.
If we're going gnome, we'll go gnome.
He did it!
Oh my god.
We're going gnome!
That is magnificent.
Wow.
First point of criticism for to defeat, I would get rid
No
of
wings.
yeah, instead
Yeah.
of you know,
To defeat. No
No
wings.
Thank you.
come to play.
I was doing this in like notes, so it wasn't very
To
good.
win
We'll let you off.
the best bunch I ever met.
Alright,
You can
Varric,
all but through
while they're singing, would you like to roll a
Mr.
d20?
I'll
What?
Make it hard.
out of you.
Part of you.
If you're pulling a card, roll a d20. They can continue singing in the meantime because it's glorious.
I may have rolled a 19.
Okay. That doesn't mean anything good or anything bad, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Like, tranquil is a hard word, dude.
Don't blame me.
That's as far as that doesn't go with the flow.
That's the original
Tranquil as
lyric.
the forest, that's part of the original lyrics.
Yep.
Still.
Smile
I'm
with
trying to
once
Okay.
you find your center
Varric.
for sure
to win.
You're a spineless, pale,
Yes?
pathetic lot, and you haven't
Where
got
are
a
you when you
clue.
draw this card?
Somehow I'll
Outside of the
your
castle.
guard out of you.
More towards the greenwoods than towards the town.
This is a good idea.
Okay. Are you flying as you pull the card?
Yes.
Alright. You plummet.
Wait, what? No.
A very, very large weight is now attached to one of your ankles, and it takes you by surprise, and you drop like a stone. Do me a acrobatics to land. An acrobatics save, please.
So is that with like the proficiency for the save? Then?
It would be a dexterity save, wouldn't it?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes, please, because that's 3 higher than acrobatics.
Okay, fine.
Oh shit! I really need it. That plus 9 makes 11.
11. Alright, Varric, you take 22 points of damage as you smack into the ground.
Do I see this?
How much points of? I would be flying high enough that it's visible from the keep. Actually,
Yeah.
20. Did you say?
22.
22. Damn, that's.
Okay, assuming I see this, I'm going to go with Shreeze.
Yeah, you actually Arissa, what you would see is you just see him flying along. You might notice him draw the card, if he's doing it obviously. I don't know.
He's definitely not hiding it.
Okay.
So
You see him draw a card, and he's still exactly the same as far as you can tell. His wings are still there, everything's still there, but suddenly he just drops, and you hear a massive bang.
Yeah, I'm going to run over there.
Alright.
Just, hell.
Alright.
And Hannibal will follow her.
Alright, Varric, you are on the ground, splayed. Ow! You've got Arissa and Hannibal running up to you. You've got,
seeing as that knocked me halfway into unconscious, that word.
That word, yeah.
Yes.
We got the-
Unconsciousness.
I feel that Varric would mostly be like sprawled out on the floor going. Ah!
Ow, 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 ow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Varric, you can feel a large weight attached to one of your ankles. You can feel it. You can feel it's like a ball and chain. You pulled the ball and chain card. You can feel it attached to your ankle over your boot, you can see this like rusty big thing that's attached to you, and there's like a little chain that goes for about maybe 3 feet, and then there's a huge iron ball attached to it.
Yeah, Rissa still doesn't even know about this deck of cards.
However, Arissa and Hannibal, you can't see anything. He just looks normal. You can't see this.
Alright.
Can Hannah feel it?
Not particularly, no.
No?
You can tell he's been like affected by some like magic, but
You're okay. Varric, what did you do?
This thing, get it off me! This fucking thing, and I'll just point like at my
foot.
ankle.
What thing?
There is nothing there.
Then you don't see this fucking iron ball attached to my leg?
No, we just saw you fall like an idiot.
Hannibal, you're
Rissa just kind of looks at Hannah, just like, excuse you.
Yeah,
then
she's still pissed.
Shit.
She's going to kneel down and see if she can on either of his legs.
Varric will actually start clawing at this like manacle that's on his ankle.
Can I feel it?
Arissa, no, you can't feel it. So Arissa's hand like passes through it, touches your leg. She's like, okay.
Hannah, yeah.
Fuck, and at that point he'll start clawing even more, like almost instinctively, like I need to get out of this.
Hannah will look at you in suspicion. Did you use one of those delicious cards again?
What cards?
The ones he carries around.
No, nothing. I did no. There's no cards. What are you talking about?
You talking?
Really,
Oh my
Varric?
god.
I'll roll
Varric,
deception for that.
roll deception. That was terrible.
Shall I take disadvantage as well because of how that was?
Do I have to roll insight?
With advantage.
Insight with advantage.
14.
You know him well.
I rolled two 15s.
My first roll was an 18, and my other roll was 12. So 18.
Yeah. He is lying right now.
Can I tell her, or am I not allowed?
Varric, what are these cards? I know you're lying, so don't try again.
I don't think I should tell you or share it with anyone, actually. They
Varric, pretty
do
much
shit like
everyone
this.
already knows about them.
Excuse you.
I'll just keep clawing at the manacle in the meantime, just like, ah!
Oh yes, very good, Varric. That will definitely get you out of this situation.
Oh shit. Varric will do something that seems sensible to him, but could be dangerous for his ankle.
Okay.
Are you gonna start eating your ankle?
No, he'll stab at it with an arrow.
Oh dear.
Okay, yeah, Arissa's gonna stop him from doing that.
Yeah, Hannibal.
Oh yeah, shit! You guys don't see the thing, of course.
Can I freeze him with a spell?
You can stop him, yeah. If you see
Okay,
what
then
he's
you're frozen on the ground. You can't move.
doing.
Can I try an Arcana check? I'm not very good at them, but I can try.
Sure, try. Why not?
You might not 20 it.
I got a 4! Yay! I don't know shit.
Never mind.
She tried.
You tried.
All you know is it could be a kind of magic.
Well, judging by these cards that has been mentioned, Varric,
Yes.
what are these cards?
They are something I found. They are quite powerful, but also quite annoying now. They gave me the wings, but now also the thing that makes me not fly.
I believe they also made the other person a very famous porn writer.
Oh yeah, they did. They probably did that thing to Apricity with the books.
And I believe they gave a cape to Varric. Verti.
To Verti.
And
Okay.
a crown to read you.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
and the crown to redo. Considering all that, would you want the card?
So basically, everyone else has drawn a card.
Yes.
Do it.
Yes,
Do
can Hannibal try it?
No, you don't get a card.
Damn it.
Do you want a card,
The
Arissa?
cards, technically, Hannibal, probably wouldn't work for you because their magic is so different to yours. You probably like.
No, she doesn't want to use them. She wants to eat them.
I know, and I'm sorry.
Always
I
ruining
will-
my snacks.
I will draw a card.
Okay, roll me a d20.
Yes.
This could be a very good idea.
Quick mention of where Varric stores the cards. He stores them between his body and his leather armor on his chest.
What these?
Yanis, you can't
Sweaty
move, by the way.
cards.
No,
First.
they are in the silver box.
Oh, that's alright then.
I rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1. Okay. It doesn't. There's no such thing as like a nat 1 or a good 20 for this because I shuffle them every time. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Arissa, could you also please roll me a d6?
D6.
Uh-oh.
Can I try and put some protection magic around Arissa? Because she knows she can't take the card from her, but she's still not happy.
Rolled a 5.
Okay. Number 5. Sorry, I shuffled that as well. Give me a second. Oh, that's actually really good. Okay, cool. Well, maybe not for you. Maybe.
Great.
Yes, sorry, I'm replying to your message later than you actually sent it to me, Hannibal. Yes, you can cast a protective thing if you want. However, it's unnecessary because there's like a sort of poof as you draw a card, and it's got little like diamonds all over it, and it twinkles in your hand, and then it like bursts into dust, and all the pieces go back into the deck again.
Can I like please put the deck back so that she doesn't get it?
Ooh, snacks. Annabelle starts reaching for the cards.
Okay, I stuff it back where I found it.
Okay.
Annabelle pouts.
Aww. Okay. Arissa, you don't feel any different.
Uh-oh. Does it do anything to anyone else around here?
Not that you can tell.
I'm pretty sure it was treasure-oriented.
Okay, well, these cards seem a bit of a hit and miss. So these cards gave you the wing.
Yep. And then they gave me this heavy ball and chain, and I can't get it off. And I'll just... Oh, no, wait. I'm still frozen, am I?
Yes, you are. But Annabelle will release you now. She's kind of... She just wants to see what you're going to do next.
I stab up my ankle again with the arrow.
And she freezes you again.
I'm going to just...
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I'm going to just take the arrow out.
Varric, I can cut off your leg and make it regrow again if you want.
I fear that would be, like, painful.
Well, yes, but you're pretty much stuck here. You can either go hungry and just die, or I can just cut you off your leg and make it regrow.
I don't actually feel like food right now.
What?
I'm sorry? Okay, whatever that thing is, it needs to come off.
I think that's a good idea.
What? You can't seriously be talking about this.
Well, it will hurt him, but only momentarily.
And if it gets rid of the ball and chain...
And he can't exactly move. We can even see the object.
Can I actually move with the object if it's like... With the ball and chain if I try? If I'm not, like, frozen?
I've taken the arrow out of his hand so you can't. And for good measure, I will quickly take his quiver.
Arissa is on it. If you want to remove the freeze, then he can move.
Then I'll actually try to walk with it, but just like show them that I'm carrying this thing around, so that I'm not actually faking it or anything.
Okay, it doesn't take a great deal of doing. He is walking considerably slowly, and he is having to, like, not completely drag, because it has got 3 foot of chain on it, but you can't step very far, and you have to sort of on every few seconds to try and maneuver around.
Okay, Varric.
Not the ball and chain Varric wanted. Oh! That's like the best hashtag I've seen in a while.
Oh dear. Varric, I would advise you bite something while I do this.
I bite down on my hand.
Oh god.
Okay. Annabelle makes her hand, her claw, turn into claws, very sharp claw, like fingers, and she puts them near
Furton just walked out to watch as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the Theritas will walk out just as the first strike takes place. So carry on, Hannibal.
Okay.
I'm holding one of Varric's hands.
Yeah, you better hold his. And with the few
strikes,
his leg is completely off.
Okay, the Theritas, you walk out and you see Hannibal claws out, take off. How much of his leg are you taking off?
Just above the ankle.
Just above the ankle. Arissa is holding his hand and back.
Arissa is just gonna charge Hannibal.
Oh no.
Annabelle is just gonna poof out of there and appear behind him. I am trying to help. Arissa, can you drag him and see if the ball follows his ankle and his foot?
You guys can see a sort of shimmery brass outline of a massive ball and chain attached to the now severed ankle.
Oh, so it was there.
That's really weird. Verity, please don't hurt Hannah. Hannah, just regrow his foot now.
I told you it was there.
Annabelle summons two of her creatures around dog size, and they start jumping over his leg, and slowly but surely first comes the bones, then comes the muscles and the veins. You can see all of this happening in slow motion, by the way. It's very disgusting. And then his foot is there.
Do I vomit?
Probably.
Do a Constitution save with disadvantage. Varric, could you make a Constitution save as well, actually?
Yeah, of course. Advantage, disadvantage, anything like that?
Disadvantage as well, yeah, because you're being severed alive.
Oh, that's not bad. I rolled a 19 and an 18, and then I add my Constitution of 2, makes it not natural 20.
Arissa, burp hiccups, but manages to hold it back. And, Varric, you manage to maintain consciousness. Your eyes are streaming, the world is really swimmy and hazy, and it's just whoa, oh, God. You feel like you've been, smacked on the head, and, everything's going slightly fuzzy. You can't hear anything at the moment.
This is adequate, yes.
I had to do the baby legs.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Hannibal is going to once the foot is completely done, she's gonna make the creatures go away. She's gonna walk to the. Can we somewhat see the ball now? Right?
You can. It's not quite real. It's sort of shimmery and brassy, and it looks like it's slowly fading away as well. But you can see it.
Hannibal is going to curse. Ah, gosh darn it! I wanted to put it in my bag.
Can I kick it?
It's already disappearing, dude.
It's disappearing, so you can try and kick it, but you'll just pass straight through it.
That means it won't hurt me, which is a good thing right now, because I'm assuming that this wasn't friendly for my health.
No, it was not.
No.
At least you can walk now.
You're on 3 hit points right now, Varric.
Okay, I'll take down the last 29 from that then.
Yeah, you're recovering. You're gonna be okay, but it's knocked you. Vetheritas, hello.
Hello.
Hello. So you've just witnessed this.
He's planted himself well and truly between Varric and Hannah.
Again, I was just trying to help.
The only thing I saw was you ripping his leg off.
Well, we had something attached to it, and we didn't know how to remove it.
I'm certain there were a lot better options before getting to ripping limbs off.
I could not sense the magic holding him down, and if I could not sense the magic, neither could you.
And no one attempted to attack whatever that was first.
I did, but they didn't allow me.
Well, what is done is done. This is done very often. Don't you worry. He'll be good in a day or two.
Vetheritas, do you have your paladin sense up?
He would probably have dropped it when he saw claws.
Okay. In which case, there's no evil around Hannibal. But again, there's that little bit in Varric and Arissa. But you've got some... It's not evil. It's sort of that. It's that weird stuff that you sense when you first looked at the deck, and it's on not the ankle that has been severed, but you can see sort of a glistening ball and chain on it, and it's just fading out of existence.
He'll just sigh and then look at Varric and go, "You pulled another card, didn't you?"
Hey, I.
And why is now the first time I'm hearing?
I stuck to the rules. I stuck to the promise. I didn't do it in the castle. I was only a little bit up in the air when I fell down because of the cards. But yes.
New rule: no drawing cards unless you're.
Arissa, you
what
took
did
one
you
card
say,
as
Arissa?
well. I don't believe you should be scolding him.
What did you say, Arissa?
I was outside and I was on the ground. My only problem with these cards right now is that he did it while in midair and it caused him incredible pain.
It's just a flesh wound. I'll survive.
Varric, where did you get those cards from?
I'm gonna need a little help here, DM, because I'm now confusing things. Because Arrow got them from Snafu.
Yes.
Yeah,
No?
I got them from Snafu.
Varric got them from Snafu. Ah, nice.
Okay, you found
Well,
them
I just remember. That's why I was asking in character, because out of character I've forgotten.
Ah, nice. Yeah, I've forgotten as well, but I did solved it. I remember that caravan thingy.
Yeah, with the bad magician guy.
Yeah. I may have found them there.
As in, he gave them to you, or you?
After we stabbed the first one, he gave it to me.
I would like to insight check Varric, please.
Yeah, you know what?
The thing is, the therapist there, Varric won't lie.
Oh. I don't know that.
Although
so
you don't know that.
I don't do that. So should I still roll, or do I automatically know that he's not lying? Oh, I'd roll.
Oh shit, Rosie?
Hey.
Rosie?
Yes.
Do I roll deception for what I just told them?
Well, it's technically not a lie, is it?
It's not a lie, but he didn't give them to me.
That's true.
I looted them from his house after the first one died and the second one left.
Do a deception.
Oh yeah, I think the card loyalty is working. I rolled a 2, so with my -1 to deception,
Well,
that's a not natural 1.
in all fairness, so Brissity, potentially Arissa, looking at him, you're like, and then he catches Vitheritas's eye and just gives that instant, like, child who knows he's caught lying face.
So Vitheritas is going to pop down to Varric's level since he hasn't gotten up yet.
Yeah, I'm assuming Varric is still hurting. He's at 3 hit points out of the 54.
He's on the floor. You've got some healing herbs, though, so that's okay.
Oh yeah, that does help a little.
You've got now a looming tiefling coming down to you.
That doesn't help at all. That's a demon guy. That's a demon guy, like, being angry and... I actually crawl away a little.
Vitheritas is going to look him dead in the eye and go, so, to get this straight, you killed the supposed wizard.
I only killed him to help Ridu. I mean, come on, this guy was calling her a liar, claiming her book. I tried to protect Ridu. That's all I did.
I believe I mentioned to Ridu that I was meant to be called if you needed help in there.
Yes, but by the time you could have been called, I had already had it. I already had it under control.
We can't leave bodies everywhere.
Oh, the body isn't there. That
What?
disappeared.
What did you say about a body? Sorry.
The body of the guy that I murdered in the caravan disappeared.
I was outside for most of this. I didn't realize you murdered anyone. What?
Only
Caravans
one.
are rocking, don't come a knocking.
Because there's blood everywhere, apparently.
Yep.
Well, I don't know if there's much blood, seeing as the body disintegrated.
As in, like, it was never there in the first place? Or it magically went to some other realm? Like, what do you mean disappeared?
I Well, out of game, I think it went back to the original snafu. It was a double that we murdered. You know, the way Varric had a double and the way Arissa has a double?
So
In game, I don't really know anything about that because I was outside the caravan the whole time, and you guys have not really explained that very well.
yeah, Vitharicius is going to be thinking long and hard about what he knows.
It's because the only one who actually understands is Varric, I think.
I'm just going to be stood there looking quite dazed.
You know what? Varric will actually say this in-game. It's one of those double things that Arissa and I have had. Well, anyway. And when it died, it disappeared.
Okay.
And the other one didn't remember anything, so we told him to leave, and he did. And then we looted his room, caravan thingy. So I got this deck there.
So, to all intents and purposes, you've stolen a magical item from a third-rate wizard.
You when you say it like that, it doesn't sound as positive, does it?
And they are quite powerful. That's why I want to eat them. You don't find this kind of magical artifact every day, you know.
If you remember speaking to Cypher, they're powerful, but they're dangerous.
They're pretty okay most of the time. That's actually Varric's experience.
Varric, they nearly cost you your life right now.
Yeah, but that's just once out of, what, 6, 7?
Yes, but imagine it had appeared over your head and squashed you.
Well, I have those wings. I could have solved it.
I could
While
think
being
of a bunch
squashed.
of situations where that would have been fatal.
And I cannot bring you back to life, you know. I can just cut you all up and then heal you. But there is a limit.
You might be right, but it's also really useful, but I promise not to use them without anyone there.
That's probably the best idea. With that, Vitharicius is actually going to get up, walk up, plant his hand directly on your head, and drop a full healing charge into you.
Aww.
So, take 25 hit points.
Thank you. Can I actually hold out a hand and, like, see if anyone grabs it to help me up?
Annabelle is just ignoring you at this point.
Arissa will.
And Vitharicius will.
Thank you, guys. And I assume that Varric will be, like, limping a little bit after all that?
Just a little bit.
Yes.
Like, you don't need to. You're still attached. Everything is fine. But it's more of a mental sort of, like, you're expecting it to hurt. You still got that pain in your head kind of thing. So every time you step on it, you sort of wince, but you don't really feel anything. But it's like stiff, and like it's just come out of a cast or something.
Okay.
I'm just making bad puns.
Before heading off back to the cast, to the keep, Vitharicius will level his warhammer direct Annabelle and basically say, and if I see you attack one more party member, you will regret it.
I'd like to
And
see you
he's gonna
try.
stumble.
But don't worry, this time it was for helping. The other time was because Varric did something that you should never do. I don't plan on attacking anyone anytime soon.
What did I do then?
I'm sure you know. Don't do it again.
I'm going to look at Hannah and say, I'm watching you, you fumble-fisted broken donkey, and then walk away.
Guys, can I
Annabelle was
quickly interrupt?
screaming widely at her.
My cat is rolling my dice.
Hey! quick! Get it on camera!
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, I was trying to be badass.
Sorry. Go ahead.
It's already done. It's already done. Too late.
3.5 foot high. It doesn't really work that well.
Yeah, she's pretty big. But she can grow back limbs. What can you do to her?
Ah, there is one thing they could do to you, but I don't think they would even think of it. So, you guys, you've stormed off, you've grown back feet, you have hired staff. You are sort of coming into the early afternoon. What would you like to do with the rest of your day?
I'm gonna go get changed out of my secretary outfit.
And Hannibal will suddenly disappear.
Firth is gonna start gathering up the supplies that he thinks they need and try and track down.
On her way out, she kind of winks at Prissity and does finger guns at her.
I will take that and give her a big wink back.
And Bertha's gonna also try and pick up like a blacksmith's like travel kit or something if you can find one somewhere.
Yeah, you can probably find one within the keep, actually, given all the repairs and things people are currently doing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you can find someone who'll be more than happy to lend you some bits and pieces of kit.
Yeah. So he'll go hunting for that as well as supplies.
I'm gonna raid the kitchen for any supplies that can be taken without, like, that can last a couple of days at least.
Okie dokies.
Okay, so I'm getting changed and then just kind of go. I'm halfway through getting changed and I'm just kind of go. Ah!
Yeah, so she gave a little squeal because Hannibal just appeared in front of her.
Hannibal, what are you doing?
I do apologize. I didn't mean to startle you. I just believed you might be a little sick from yesterday, and I just wanted to check. She will put her hands on your cheeks, and we will feel a sudden rush of magic flow through you. Sorry, and Hannibal will simply smile in approval, let go of you, and go, "Oh, it just seems that everything is fine. Sorry to bother you," and she will disappear.
Okay. Thank you. She kind of says to empty air around her. And then continues getting changed.
Alrighty. So, you manage to procure items and get changed, and I'm assuming reconvene downstairs somewhere. So, what is your plan? Or what would you like to plan for plans?
So many plans.
Contingency plans.
We were going to Risha, right?
Fort William and then Risha. I'm on my laptop, so I don't have all the maps. Could we possibly get a map of Mercer popped up?
On its way.
Yes.
On its way.
Aha! I love it. You can do it for me. Excellent.
I'm actually just re-uploading it.
Thank you.
I mean, I have it within reach.
Most excellent. Most
Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you want the zoomed map as well?
Alright, so... Oh,
You want
if
the
you could
zoomed in
send-
map as well?
If you could send a zoomed one that goes up to the Tinglin villages and goes down as far as Stock. That would be quite cool.
I have this one.
Hey,
I think that's the best one I have then for zoomed
that'll
in.
do. That's cool. Alright, so yeah, you guys are currently in Stock. I am hovering over it for all our millions of viewers. There is a straight road which will take you up to Fort William, which is right at the top. It is what guards the entrance. Well, not the entrance. It's what guards the border to Borsin from Travis and the Whispering Marshes. From there, there's also a little coast where you can get ships, which will take you up to Risha. And the main dock is Port Lothiu. you can't really dock many other places. Risha is very protected. You've got the south, you've got Port Lothue, and then you've got
Silmar, right?
at the top and Silmar. So you would be probably heading up to Port Lothue.
Oh shit. Rosie?
Mm-hmm.
Quick question, because Varric lived in the forest of Iba for most of his life, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But his family lives in Marthal, right? That's what we said, right?
It is, I believe. Let me just double check.
City of the Dead.
Yes, up in
Okay.
Marthal, which was
In that case, at the
where
mention of
Philip is
Risha.
the lucky city.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that was the City of Luck, and then the other one was like the Forest of the Dead.
Forest of the Dead, yeah.
And in that case, he'll go, if we go to Risha, could we please visit Iba?
Yes, the horse got demoted.
Automated. So, yeah. Do you guys?
How many horses do we
want-
have?
So many.
We got a spare.
Can Arkan come with us?
I vote yes.
The
Yeah.
therapist has got a wonder pass with a bunch of supplies and goes, I'll vote yes to both of those.
Mm.
And then we'll back out the door.
So Verti agrees with going to Iba. Nice.
He doesn't see why there's a problem with it.
I have something to finish there.
We'll come with you, Varric. Just you need to keep us informed with what's going on.
It's a hunt I have to finish.
Is it possibly for an owlbear?
Maybe. Yeah, it is.
You have my arrow. Someone else is meant to say, "I have my sword." You guys suck.
Well, I so bad wanted to say it, but I couldn't.
I don't think anyone actually has one.
Warhammer.
He said, we don't have a sword, we don't have an axe.
I have a sword and my sword.
I mean, I have a whip. Rosie,
Yes.
with a whip, would it be far out of character for Varric to try and actually tame the owlbear?
Yeah.
We'll discuss that. Heatedly.
No, I assume that Varric will actually go berserk the second he sees an owlbear, so taming is not an option.
I love how you're assuming you're going to see an owlbear. Maybe I'll just, tantalize you with no owlbears whatsoever.
You told me they lived there, and I have an ability to actually spot them easier than anything else right now.
This is very true. Arkan can come with you if you would like, or he's also happy to stay here. He will.
Nope, I want Arkin.
Captain, my captain, you are a conniving little... I'm not going to finish that word, but you are evil.
Hello. Well, it's true.
Verti,
Yep.
I feel sorry for you
we
guys.
have a secondary pack horse.
Secondary pack horse?
Yup. Why the fuck would Varric ride a horse if he has wings to fly?
True enough.
Because you can grow tired.
Oh yeah, fair. And he's not gonna sit on the back of the demon elk, which is the only one capable of carrying two people easily, I think. So yeah, he'll ride the Matica then.
So you guys are saddling up and you're going to take the road to Fort William.
Yep.
Yeah.
Most excellent. Alrighty. So, did you want to, if you set off, let me just get my map back up again. Alright. It will take you... I worked this one out because it's a straight path. It will take you probably a couple of days ride to get up to Fort William. So you could set off now and you'd have to sort of camp over an evening and ride quite a lot the next day, and then you would arrive sort of the middle of the following day, or you could set off in the morning and you would arrive in the evening 2 days later. That made sense in my brain.
It did.
I'm just smiling and nodding.
Basically, if you set off now, you arrive in 2 afternoons time. If you set off tomorrow morning, you arrive in 2 mornings time. There we go. That makes sense.
Vitharus will just glance around and ask, does anyone have a problem with leaving now?
Yeah. I think if everything's sorted at the keep and everybody's ready, then we might as well go now.
I'll actually talk to the archers one last time to take care of the patrol routes, keep practicing, and stay well fed.
So Varric, I love it.
Say, oh, we shall do, we shall do. And your own personal chef Varric is like on it and is prepared to take up this challenge.
Good. Keep him happy.
Can we all collect like a few days worth of rations, like dry rations, chef?
Yes, of course you can.
So I like fill up the saddlebags.
Your horse is not going to be able to move.
Oh, Alyssa?
Hello.
Could I get my quiver back now that I won't stab the iron ball and chain again?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I kind of had that. Yeah, I think I left it in my room.
She's just gonna run to her room like shit. And then go grab it and bring it back.
Thank you. And I'll just like hang it back. Oh, I assume, by the way, Rosie, that now, because the wings hinder like a back quiver on my back, I assume that I have 2 hip quivers with the both quivers now hanging on my hips.
Yes. I mean, you've got like... Because you can fold your wings up, potentially what you could do is you could hang it over your folded wings, and then when they splay out, it'll just hang like in between them, or you could just sort of swap it and hang them on your side.
Well, hanging them on my sides would give me access to more arrows. So that,
This is true.
so then I think I'd do that, but with like little caps on them, so that it's like they won't fall out, but during battle I can just knock the caps off and just pull out arrows and shoot faster.
Okay.
Well, did that make any sense?
Yes.
Nice.
As long as it makes sense to you in the heat of combat, it's fine.
Yeah, all it is just like caps that cover them while we're like running through forests or flying or anything, so that I won't leave a path of arrows.
No, that's fine. That's fine. All right. So you guys grab provisions and rations and a million different things, and I'm guessing Redu's on the back of your large mount, AA Vitheritas.
I presume she'd have her be on her own. Oh, actually, no, she was on the carpet.
Ah, in which case you can be on the carpet and you can have a second pack horse, and Novigne can sort of be on the horse with you, having a grand old time.
Is Annabelle still able to go to the carpet because people are a bit testy right now, or does she have to summon one of her creatures?
Redu probably doesn't care because she's also grumpy, but if you want, you can ride on one of your creatures, yes.
Nah, she doesn't want to summon them right now. She's still testy herself. So she's just gonna sit on the carpet and wait for everyone to finish gathering their thingamajibs.
Alright, cool.
Vitharus will be keeping a close eye on Annabelle.
Again, why did she tried to help? What the hell did you do?
Did she hurt your carpet? Did he hurt your carpet, Pristy? Weren't we going to like pick a nicer carpet anyway. This just gives us an argument to do shopping sooner.
Sadly, there won't be many shops on the road to Fort William, but you can keep your eyes peeled. So you wave tatty bye to all the people at the keep, which is now Carnal Keep, and people are waving to you from the battlements, waving their, like, you know, arrows and things, looking enthusiastic.
Be careful with those.
Yeah. And they wave at you. As you ride off through the town, you see Higher Tom come out and stand on the steps of the little temple, and he sort of gives a wave and nods very. He's not into over enthusiastic waving, but he gives you a nod and a wave and a smile. And
can I give a little flying show over the city as we're over the town as we're leaving?
Of course you may. You can be like the flying arrow and do loads of like flips and back loops and all different things.
Yay!
It's like being at a fireworks show. You hear sort of ooh and ah and ooh.
Lila. Sorry, my dog is trying to get on top of my computer. She's been giving me the puppy eyes for the last 2 hours, trying to get me to pay attention to her. Like, she's reaching her limits. And she's really cute, so that doesn't help. I actually took a picture. I'm just trying to send it to you guys. It's really cute.
We always like cute dog pictures. Okay, so you leave the town and you head on off. And I will fast travel you through your first day because it's almost over, and you get to your camp. You're a few miles down the road and you're away so that you cannot see stock anymore. And night starts to fall. You get a fire going fairly easily because you have Navigny, and you settle in just off the beaten track somewhere that is like not going to get run over, but also gives you a nice vantage point over all the greenery and the fields and things. And you guys settle in. Who would like to take the first watch?
Yep, this is her for the last 2 hours.
So Apricity and Variv want to take watch.
Variv, we on.
Variv.
Vivacious Variv.
I'm happy to take the first watch with Varric. One-handed. Foof.
Foof. Foofy.
Because of foof.
Alright, well, Apricity and Varic, you can take the first watch. And who would like the second one?
Hi, foof.
Oh, God.
Hi, Foofa.
From now on.
Navigny does sort of like do a sort of dance as if to say, I can watch. I can do one, you could sleep. And she does a cute little sort of like charades game where she like mimes falling asleep and points at herself and then shakes her head.
Vitheritus will watch this and go, if you're happy, you're more than welcome to take one of the watches.
Verti could put her on his shield.
Over-exaggerated nodding continues.
Yeah.
Is she... I'm going to kind of half whisper to Vitheritas and be like, is she okay to take a watch on her own?
Wait, who's taking a watch? Sorry?
Can I whisper to Apricity? Well, last time I was up close to her, she was very dangerous and hurting.
I know, that's what I'm worried about.
And I'm sure she'll be fine to wake me up.
Okay, off character. I'm a little lost. Who is taking the first watch?
The first watch is me and Apricity.
Okay, then who are we talking about?
The Theratas's fire girlfriend.
The fire
Verti's backup girlfriend.
His backup girlfriend.
This is new to me. I've never met her. Okay, you can keep going. Sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, he picked her up in a one shot and just hasn't managed to get rid of her since. But yeah, she's happy to take the second watch going through into the morning, and you should only really need 2 if she extends hers and she's got a longer one, and then it shall be the next day.
Oh shit, we'll survive another night. Hopefully. Maybe. Wait, so there's now someone awake with me. Hey, Christy,
Yeah.
want to see what the cards do?
I'm still not sure what my card did. I don't really understand how a card has made me write books.
I think it altered your life.
Still don't know what mine did.
Nope.
We still don't know what it did to Vitheritas or to Redo. Redo's got a stupid crown on her head that she won't tell me about. Vitheritas has got a funky cape. Like, what? It doesn't just gift out clothes, right?
Well, it gave me wings. Do they count as clothes?
Well, very useful clothes.
And then there's also the iron ball and chain.
See, I didn't really see what happened there because I was stood back and you fell down and then your foot was off.
Yeah, I fell down and then there was a ball and chain around my ankle and then my foot was off and then it was healed again and then you helped and then... Oh yeah, thank you for that. And then, well, then I was healed again, I think.
How does it feel now? I'm going to go to poke it but then realise that maybe I shouldn't.
Iris gonna poke it.
Just
At that
she
point, Varric will
rolls
go,
over and
ah! Varric will fall over, like, screaming in pain, but then actually realizing that the camp is asleep, so quietly, and then, like, stand up as if nothing happened, because it doesn't actually hurt anymore. Does it? Like, he'll be like a soccer player. Rosie?
DM voice in my head.
Rosie?
Yes.
Very slowly I will achieve this. I set myself a goal of one each session.
Oh dear.
We've already had one this session.
Yeah, but, like, that one was no fun.
That was yesterday.
You're going to make us keep pulling cards until we get a fucking dragon that annihilates us.
And then some.
And then keep pulling cards until he finds a card that defeats said dragon.
Either that or a card that, like, makes Arissa actually suddenly in love with Varric.
There are some things much stronger than love, my friend.
And on that note, I'm going to bed.
I was going to say, so is everyone else, like, asleep now?
Yes, it'll be just you and Varric by now, yes.
Yeah, Arisa stayed awake long enough to poke him in the foot and then went to sleep.
Yeah, and then went,
That was funny. Good night.
Hannah has a shield around her again, by the way, so in the morning you might hear a small explosion. Just saying.
At least this time Varric won't be hungover to, like, kick the creatures.
No, there will be no creatures this time around, just the shield.
The creatures will get the nickname Cretins from Varric as well.
The hell? You poor babies! You meanie!
Can Apricity and Varric do me a perception check?
Oh, what, sorry?
Perception, please.
Varric will fly up every now and then to check the, like, surrounding area.
Okie doke.
18 total.
Hey, I did the same. 18.
Hey.
Okay, you both hear some small scuffling noises, just off a little bit behind you.
I cast Pass Without Trace on all of us.
Good shout. Don't we need to stealth, though, to make that a thing?
Yes, but then again, the two of us could stealth pretty well and just catch them off guard.
Okay. Hey, Varric, should we stealth?
Let's see what that's about.
I would like to send Warmin back to see what the noise was.
Ah.
I mean. So as long as I keep her within 30 foot, I think I can see through her eyes. I'll just double check my numbers.
Yeah, I think it's 30.
Quick wording question.
Mm-hmm.
This thing, Pass Without Trace, works on each creature I choose
Yep.
within 30 feet. Does that mean I could give Varmin a +10 to its stealth?
Well, she
Yeah,
counts
I
as
think
like she's not a creature anymore. Now that she was a creature and then she became my familiar, so now I think she counts as Fae.
Ah. In which case,
But
maybe
it-
not. But she might not
Yeah.
need it, to be fair.
Fair.
I think
just-
so.
You're welcome.
Just to point out, as you're hearing the noises out of your peripheral vision, you're going to see another shield appear around Harissa, the same one as Hannibal has. But as far as you can tell, Hannibal is asleep. So, another shield. Just kidding.
Okay, so yeah, Warman can go 30 feet away, but I can still see
Okay.
through her eyes and hear through her ears and stuff.
Okay, do a perception check for Warman.
Hang on 2 seconds.
It detonates outwards. It destroys the things around them, not the things inside of them.
17 for Warman's perception.
Okay, Warman flies over and sees that there is like a bush that's like shuddering and quivering.
Say that again, sorry.
A bush is shuddering and quivering.
Is
Oh,
it George?
Sort of medium.
Shall we see what that's about?
Sure. Stealthy.
Yeah. Shall we go you that way, me this way, and then just surround it and then shoot it from both sides if it needs to die?
How do we judge if it needs to die? Your needing to die is different to mine.
Well, we'll ask it afterwards. No, and then I'll say I'll just follow your lead then.
Okay. Yes. I'll go one way, you go the other. We can both knock an arrow and we can call to whatever it is in the bush and see how it responds.
The second you shoot it, I'll let loose as well.
Okay. Rosie, I'd like to stealth, please. With pass without a trace that he's done.
Alright, roll it and add the extra.
Didn't go in my dash tree.
So that's an extra 10, which means I just hit 39.
Oh, I got 38.
Alright, you guys, like, proper sneak up on this bush. Like, this bush doesn't know what is coming.
We disappear into the shadow realm.
I would like to find a small pebble on the floor and throw it into the bush, but also with an arrow knocked. I'm not sure if I can do that with 2 hands.
You can, like, you can kick one, but...
Yeah,
No, but you could
knock an arrow towards the bush and then kick a pebble into the bush.
Okay. You kick the pebble, the bush quivers and then pauses. And then starts to move again.
Okay. I would like to keep my arrow knocked, and I would like to minor illusion a voice into the center of the bush saying, "Show yourself."
Okay, how loud is this going to be?
Not so loud that it wakes everyone else up, but loud enough to make the creature in the bush like spooked.
Okay. Alright. Large voice comes out, "Show yourself." And you hear like squeaking, and out of the bush come 2 quite large fox-like creatures, and they look a little how should I put it? They've got a look of Redo and Vitheritas about them. They look sort of post-coitus. Well, mid. And have now had to exit their bush.
I'm going to call to you and say, "We mean you no harm," and then smirk because I know what they've been doing.
You get a sort of raised eyebrow from the male one. Hmm?
What is your... I can converse with small creatures. Do they count as small creatures? Or
Yeah.
they're medium?
Yeah, they're small enough to count as small. Why not?
I love you. Cool. I will talk with small creatures and I will say, "We mean you no harm. What are you doing here?"
We were just doing it, really, weren't we? Yes, we were, but now we're not. Thank you for disturbing. That was definitely not called for. Why are you disturbing us in the middle of the night? We were having quite a nice time, actually. It was quite a nice time we were having. Yep.
I apologise for disturbing your evening frolics. It's just that my friend and myself are on watch tonight, looking after our party of adventurers, and we heard noises and we had to come and investigate. I wish that you have a good rest of your evening. Perhaps take your frolics slightly further away from our party, and our paths need not cross again.
Well, I mean, in our defence, we usually use this bush, and no one's been disturbed by us before. But yeah, if it'll save us the brunt of your arrows, I suppose we can trot along. Come on then, Sylvia. And they
as they trot away, I'm going to lower my arrow and offer them each like some dried jerky as well.
Oh, that would be nice. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Your activities sound like you might be tired and hungry after you've completed things. I offer this as an apology for disturbing you.
Oh, a gnome in the know, eh? And they sort of nod and take the scraps and head on off into the night, slowly disappearing.
Return back to our kind of watch out point, quiver my arrow and sit back down and beckon Varric over.
I'll follow along then.
Varric?
Yes?
You seem to disappear for most of our party life. And this morning, you didn't seem very happy. Are you okay?
I honestly don't know.
What's happened?
I tried to tell Larissa how I tried to tell her how I felt, and then that backfired massively. And I think I fucked it up.
I'm sure she was happy to hear how you felt. I know that she has talked of someone else in Amley that she holds dear.
Yeah, she said something about that.
I'm sorry, Varric.
Thank you.
I'm going to offer him some dried jerky now.
Aw. he'll like take a bite out of that and just like realize that it's the first food he's eaten like since breakfast the day before. So he'll suddenly like pull out food from his bag and actually start eating and going like, I'm sorry, I haven't really been myself after that. I may have had a little bit more to drink than I ever did before, and that gave me some headache in the morning.
So maybe your copious amounts of alcohol led to your poor judgment of pulling a card out whilst you were flying.
Yeah, that wasn't my smartest move ever. I'd like to like blame it on the alcohol then.
I'll allow it.
Thank you. And he'll give like Upsisty a little knowing smile.
At least you did it outside of the castle, like you promised.
I try. When I promise something, it's I can't not stick to it. I can't break a promise I made. I'll never do that.
Varric, you're a very special person. And I'm gonna squeeze his hand and then look away all bashfully and like get out my hip flask, have a big swig, and then offer some.
Thank you. I'll. Will you like help me figure out when enough is enough? I haven't really had alcohol before, and then yesterday wasn't a good start.
A couple of swigs now will set your head right.
In that case, he'll just chug like a big swig.
There's only a small gnome-sized hip flask. Shit.
And then he'll go like, I saved us one. And he'll pull out like a bottle of liquor from his backpack. He brought 2 bottles of liquor to the roof, and he only drank one. So there's still one full bottle of liquor there. Here, you can have this. I think it's safer if I occasionally drink with like your guidance or something.
I'd be happy to guide you, Varric.
Thank you. I'm just over 100 years old. It's not like I'm an adult yet, or a full adult.
The last bit. What did you say?
It's only like I'm slightly over 100 years old. It's not like I'm a full adult yet.
Aww.
Oh, sweetheart, when you've seen over 80 summers, you'll learn a few things.
Yeah, but the you know I don't really know much about elves or family, but elves are supposed to be really old, and at 100 you're just about an adult. But I don't know, I haven't met many elves.
I've met some, and I have to say, for all of the years that you've not lived yet, you seem that you're doing life in the best way that you can. And for all of your few years,
Thank you. You are really wise. And he'll take like a little swig again,
we
but
get
just
a little
like a
bit
careful
drunk and
swig.
carry out our the rest of our.
Yeah.
Alright, so the rest of you guys' watch passes.
We get a little bit drunk, and that's when the thugs arrive.
Navigne stretches herself and becomes a couple of feet taller. After a certain amount of time, she catches your attention and sort of twirls around and makes another sort of game of charades, as in, you guys can sleep now. Sleep, sleep, I watch, me, watch, for you, I watch, yes?
Thank you.
And she like nods and sort of she's sort of the form of her sits cross-legged in the air, but the flames are still attached to the pit.
With that, Varric will actually like nudge Bricity and go, ha, she hears common, but she doesn't speak it. And then he'll like go to bed. As said, he doesn't really handle liquor very well.
I'll nod to Navigne, say, I'll see you in the morning, thank you.
She nods at you.
You got a Navigne nod. Well, I was wondering, by the way, Varric's arm, did that ever completely heal, or is it still scarred?
Still scarred.
Okay.
Oh, you have a scar on your leg as well, where she cut you. Like you have a straight line around your leg.
Fair.
Okay. You guys wake up in the morning. Theritas, you are woken by some warm breath as Narvinia sort of peers over and down at you and wakes you up. And everyone else, you come to consciousness. There's some like distant birds singing. The sky is a sort of pale blue. There's some clouds.
Vitheratus will get himself up, nod a thanks to Navinia, and start pulling his armor on.
Alrighty. Yes, there is breakfast. And 2 massive explosions happen as both shield charm things go boom and explode.
I will wake up the jump. What the hell?
It was a nice night.
Are you okay, Arissa?
Yes, just... What was that?
I honestly don't completely know. It seems to be one of those bubbles that she has, and I then point at Hannah.
Oh, that was a shield, my dear.
Oh, okay. Why was it?
Actually, my shields are very volatile in this form, so instead of dissipating into magic, they explode into magic. Oh well, nothing can be done.
They're very loud.
I do apologize, but my silencing charms don't work on raw magic.
Jee, mijn lieve poes. Jee, mijn schat. Oh, sorry,
Okay
I was
there,
talking
buddy.
to my. Sorry, I was talking to my pet, to my
That's
to my pet, to my cat. She jumped on my lap, so I had to like sweet baby talk her a little.
Mine do that as well. Steal stuff.
I wish I had a cat.
Aww.
You can always come visit. It's only a short swim and then a little walk, and you know what? I have a car here. I'll just pick you up at like where the ocean meets the land again.
Alrighty, so you guys managed to have some breakfast. You guys managed to... May the bastard children of dung demons slap your eyes for eternity. Yep, love it, love everything about it. So, yep, you guys are up, you are breakfasted, you carry along with your journey. Is there anything anyone wanted to do or say in the journey? Because I will fast travel you otherwise.
Oh, look, there's the destination.
Oh, look, there it is. Actually, yeah, after you get towards the end of this day's travel, and as the evening starts to draw in, you can see Fort William, and you can see the sort of the big wall that surrounds it, that sort of protects Borsin from Travis. And you can see the lights of where the fort is. It's like got a little town around it, but it is mostly just a big fort where people come. And as you start getting closer, you keep going because you're not that far away, and you hear shouts and cries. And you guys continue on if you like, or you can stop, or you can turn around and run away.
Shouts?
Apricity just came back. I don't know if you should.
You are
Get the
now
trap.
in the early evening, so probably about 7:30 at night. You're just coming up to Fort William, and you can hear shouts and cries.
The Theratus is going to look to see if he can see anything different from when last time he was here.
Varric will take off into the air.
Okay.
Does Fort William have like an external wall and then a gate in, or is it just you just arrived
Yes. It's got like a sort of encampment around it and some various different houses and pieces, but it's not a full town. It's mainly got a big, fort bit, which is where people man the wall and protect it against people coming into from Travis, should I say. that they don't want to come in.
Can I send Warmin up ahead a little bit to see, like, if I can ascertain what the shouts are about?
Yes.
On a perception from her?
Yes, please. And Varric, you can do a perception too, and the Theritas to try and see if anything is different. You can do a perception.
I got a 20, not natural.
I got a
14.
Wait, I got a 16. Oh wait, no. I add my modifier, of course. I got a 24.
Okie dokie. Oh, interesting stuff. Okay, Abricity. There's some people running about, and you can see dark shapes that are moving faster than normal people. And you can see people are running, and some people are picking people up, and some people look like they're trying to fight. The Theritas, apart from people running about and the screaming, it doesn't look a lot different. It doesn't seem as if it's been, you know, broken apart or smashed in or anything. And Varric, you can see a similar thing. You can see flying up, you can see dark shapes that are running about very fast on the ground, flitting sort of in and out, even too fast for you to really keep an eye on where they're all going. And they seem to be very sneaky. You can also see people picking people up off the ground, people attempting to fight, people attempting to gather people together.
Can I see one long enough to cast Hunter's Mark on it?
Hang on. Only just.
Nice, I do.
Alright. Alright, I will note that down. Hunter's Mark. Okay.
It lasts up to an hour.
Yeah.
I'd like to shout back to the rest, say something's happening, everybody get ready, and then I'd like to stealth.
Okay. What's everyone else doing? Are you going to press on towards the fort then?
I knock an arrow and I fly closer.
Arisa makes another type of shield around Arisa, and summons flames into her hands with a excited smile.
Okie dokie.
Oh yeah, can I stealth as well, but like mid-air?
I'm gonna poke at the shield.
The what?
The shield.
Oh.
Poke.
It gives you a small shock, but doesn't. Since you're not trying to hurt her, it doesn't affect you.
Alright.
Okay.
As you guys push on, you you see a small group of people, probably 4 people, 2 of whom are cowering on the ground and 2 of whom are standing up trying to fight, being attacked by, you can't quite make out what. It's dark and it is early evening, it's moving around. It seems to
I would like to cast a cantrip, dancing lights, so hopefully we can see what the hell is going on.
Alright. Can you all please roll me initiative?
Is that the 21? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rosie, does my 23 do anything for like stealth within the initiative?
If you want to sneak, then you can, yeah.
I rolled a 23 for my sneak, and my initiative is 25.
Okay.
Do you add? How much do you add? Do you add something to this, or
you add your dexterity modifier to you roll a d20 and you add your dexterity modifier.
Modifier?
The
It's
little
the-
plus
The little
underneath
plus.
the big number.
It's the plus or minus with dexterity.
Oh, okay, thank you. Okay,
You're welcome.
So it's 18. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, damn, adversity.
I think Arista only got so high because she was actually paying attention.
Yeah.
Alright. So, first up, this dark person, creature, whatever it is, shies away from your dancing lights, and it has lunged at another one of the people who's standing up, and has successfully knocked them down, and seems to be grappling with them on the floor. Varric, it is your turn.
Nice. Can I hold my action until someone hits it?
Yes, you may. Okay, so next up is Orisa.
So, can we actually see what it is?
Not at the moment. It's dodged the light, and it's now like in the middle of a grapple. It seems human-shaped, but knowing your experience with the Oni, this doesn't really bode very well for any of you.
I'm going to just move the lights with the creature, and I'm going to draw my rapier. And I'm probably just going to say something like, "Please stop this fighting. Whatever you are, we can help you."
Okay,
That's gonna work well.
literally doesn't seem to do anything particularly.
I'm going to see what it is now that I've moved the light. Since busy grappling.
While he's grappling, yeah. So you can see like the back of a head. You can see quite pale skin, quite dark hair, quite shabby clothes. Your first instinct is maybe like this is a homeless, crazy person.
I have an idea what it could be. Uh-oh.
How close are we to it?
You are within about 30 feet.
Okay,
So
I'm
that's
just gonna walk. Stop.
That's good news for me.
If you wanted to attack it, you could.
No, she's gonna approach it calmly.
Oh god.
Alright. So that'll be the end of Orisa for a moment. Hannibal?
That will be the end of Orisa. Damn.
Nice.
That's a bit harsh.
To the one that Orisa moved close to, is there more than we're finding? Sorry.
There's not near you at the moment.
Okay.
You can see,
She's
other
gonna
people
use
fighting,
fear, the spell fear on it.
but- Okay.
Shit, no damage yet?
Not yet.
I might have wasted my entire turn if no one damages it.
No. Just wait for me.
Yummy.
Paladin.
Do you need me to describe what the spell does, or do you have it?
Yes, please, because I'm currently looking at something else.
Okay, level 3, 1 action, 30 foot. Concentration. Oh, I need concentration. Up to 1 minute. You project a plasma image of a creature's worst fears. Each creature in a 30-foot must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or drop whatever it is holding and become frightened for the duration. While frightened by the spell, a creature must take the dash action and move away from you by the safest available route on each of its turns, unless there is nowhere to move. If the creature ends its turn in a location where it doesn't have line of sight of you, the creature can make a wisdom saving throw or a successful save. The spell ends to that creature on a successful save.
Okay, doke.
Did you get that? Sorry.
No, that was a very unsuccessful save anyway. Alright. So, it causes it to start moving away from you instinctively.
Okay, this was mainly for Orisa. Anything else?
Yep, that's fine. If you positioned yourself near her, it would move away from
Yes,
her.
she was right next to her.
So, it's gonna look up, and you see red eyes and pale skin, and like blood dripping down its mouth, and it like throws down the person that it was attacking, and like backs up a little bit like along the floor, like, and it's now like leaning backwards on its elbows. The Theratas.
Yay!
Go, Paladin!
I'm
Wait, hell.
going to drop my lance into position, go into a charge at it.
Alright.
Well, I'm in position.
Let me
Hey.
just double check, because my elk gets to hit at the same time I do.
Oh no.
That's also
Maybe, but I was hoping to have some like damage left to end it. But eventually, so not just
takes a step back. Oh, you killed it. Oh, never mind.
Right here. So that's for me. And I need one for the elk. Radio. So. Oh, that was fucking terrible. And that was better. So the elk did a 13.
Okay.
And I did flick across to character sheet. A 13 and a nat 1.
Oh.
Okay. The 13s will hit.
Ooh, excellent. First things first. To the elk, because he just did a charge attack because he ran directly in a line at 20 feet. Over 20 feet. So he does 2d6 plus his damage, which is a d6. So he just did 18 damage, and the creature has to do a DC Strength 13 strength saving throw or get knocked prone.
Alright.
that.
Oh! Oh, 12 total. Shit. So knocked prone, yes?
Yep.
Alright, awesome. So, was already sort of on its back, like up on its elbows, but now it's like knocked back onto its shoulders.
And one of my hits hit, so I'm going to Divine Smite that one.
Sweet.
Smite that. All on the floor. Smite that. Give it
Some more, smack that.
You can put that in the music too.
And that one, and that one. So that is another 16 damage.
Alrighty.
And then whatever happened to the crit fail is a crit fail.
Yeah, you're going in for you've done all your damage first, and
Yep.
then you go in for another swing, and even though it's prone, you still manage to sort of like into like the ground like a foot away from its head, and the creature sort of smirks up at you like, ha! Okay, so next up is Apricity.
Hello. So looking at what Theratas has done, does it look like the creature's actually taken any damage, or just been knocked about a bit?
Does Timo get his held move too?
Yeah, he was holding.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I shoot it in the face with my arrows,
Alright.
which means I take 2 attack actions, so I'll roll 2 attacks.
Okay.
One's a crit hit, and the other is a 22.
Okay. Go for it.
So then it's below max health, right?
Yes.
Nice. That means... shit, what did I double? Is that all the dice I rolled due to the attack itself, so the 2d8?
Yes.
Or is it also all the modifiers that I get to it,
No,
except
just
for the...
dice.
Okay. Yeah, but is it the dice I get? I get an additional dice from Hunter's Mark and one from it being below max health?
No, just the 2 dice that would give you the total, and then add everything else on top.
Okay, so that would be a 6 and an 8, which means 14. 14, which I double makes 28, and 10 makes 38. 38 plus my dexterity makes 44. 44 on the first hit.
44 to hit or 44 damage?
Damage.
Yeah,
that was a nat 20.
That's fine.
And the other damage is... Ooh, slightly less. That's 16. And that's my entire...
Total. 60 damage total.
Yep.
Very good. Alright.
As long as this is the one that I Hunter's marked. Let me just check that.
Technically this one isn't, no.
Okay, then it's 10 less in total, because it's 5 from Hunter's mark on the first one and another 5 on the other one.
Okay.
So then it wouldn't be 44 but 39, and it wouldn't be 16 but 11.
Okay.
So
the creature is, or person, or whatever this is taking the damage, just it's not as effective as it normally would be.
So, shit.
But it's still like prone and snarling on the ground. Abracity, it is now your turn.
So from where we're standing, how many bad guys are there?
As far as you can see that there's potentially 5. They keep darting about and moving. You can hear people shouting things like, "Over there!" and "Shit!" But you can't quite tell what and where they are.
Okay. I would like to attack one of the creatures that has one of my allies within 5 foot, if that is a thing.
Okay.
There's one that's knocked prone, which also gives advantage.
Cool. I would like advantage because I would like to use sneak attack.
Alright.
So can I attack the one that's prone then, so that I get advantage on the rolls?
Yes.
Thank you. So that is 22 to hit.
Yes, that will hit.
And so let me just work this out. Sneak attack is 3d6. So my damage is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 damage. With one strike.
19 damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Again, doesn't seem to be doing as much damage as you thought, but it's still knocking it, particularly because it's prone.
And with my bonus action, is there anything that I could hide behind?
Isn't there a Verti plus elk right near this one?
Yes, you could hide near the elk.
Okay, I'm gonna hide behind the elk's butt, please.
Hide behind the elk's butt, not a problem. Alright. So, we are back around to the top. Redo is currently hanging around on the flying carpet, like looking around like, what the fuck is going on? Why do you want to help these people? Okay. You see the creature breathing and snarling, and it like cricks its neck, and seems to heal up a little bit.
That's right.
However, it still remains prone. So it's just going to snarl at you for now. It's to snarl and be very, very cross, but still look quite injured. So Varric, it is your turn.
I'll well, I think I'll do the sensible thing and just shoot 2 arrows at it again.
Okay. Whereabouts are you shooting?
Where does he look the most dangerous? Or what looks the most vulnerable from what I can see?
It's got big glowing eyes, a mouthful of blood, claws on its hands, pale skin.
I'll try and hit one to make sure his hand gets stuck to the ground.
Alright, roll it.
And the other one to the eye.
Okay.
Okay, that's That's a 13. No, a 14. Sorry.
14 will hit.
And the other one is a 16.
16 will hit, yeah.
Nice. So that's 2 hits. This one is damaged, but not Hunter's marked. Ooh, that means 16 damage on the first hit.
Okay.
And then for the second hit, that's 5 for the second hit.
Damage?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not terrible.
Well, it was out of 3 dice.
Oh.
Oh shit! I forgot that I get plus 9 damage to each hit because of my dexterity and proficiency.
Oh, go on then.
So that makes this one 25 and this one 14.
That's why I didn't do as much damage.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing because I totally forgot to add that to all of my damage so far.
Yeah.
All of this is still mumbo jumbo to me. Just yeah, I don't understand half of what you people are saying, but okay.
I keep forgetting to add my strength bonus to my damage.
I don't even know what to add, dude. I just
What?
surrounded by papers.
Magic tends to be just what it says on the tin.
Yeah, magic.
So-
Yeah, that's what I
Magic
figured.
is usually what it says on the tin. It's fine.
But are you allowed to use more than one spell, or are you allowed to hit more than one person?
It depends on the spell you're using. Some of them say that they can hit just one, some of them say they can hit within range, and some of them say you can use it as a bonus action. So it just depends on what it says at the top. Have a look-see. However, we will finish in a moment, so don't worry too much about it. Okay, Varric, you have done some damage. Not as much as you were hoping, but you've done some damage. Next up into the fray, we have Arispa.
We're still.
There you go.
Arispa.
So, I'm sorry. I seem to have developed a cough in the last.
Aww.
So it's the one that I was trying to talk to and approach, the one that's knocked prone.
Yes.
And he is still knocked prone. Question mark?
Say again?
He's still knocked prone.
Yes.
Now that he's knocked prone, and I've got my dancing lights, can I recognise what it is?
Make a... Ooh. Do a just general intelligence check.
Okay.
Although
13.
I don't know if you'd have met one of these before.
Would I have heard of it, though?
He looks a bit dead.
He looks a bit dead.
He looks a bit dead. That's as much as you can grasp at the moment.
Right.
Wait, but we didn't murder it yet, did we?
No, it's still
Oh, wait. The option just now clicked.
Or undead, should I say. Okay, so did you want to do anything else, Arissa?
I don't really have any spells that she does that are very attacky. Are there still civilians around?
Yes, there is 2 on the floor.
I'm gonna go.
Three on the floor, sorry, and 1 standing there shaking.
Okay, I'm gonna go check if they're okay.
Okie dokies. 1 on the floor is bleeding out so much that he's almost dead. 1 of them has got a lot of blood coming out of his throat, and 1 of them has sort of like a concussion from being knocked about.
Okay. I will cast Cure Wound Dying.
Okay.
One. Like. Oh. Da-da-da-da-da. And I'm going to do it at 3rd level.
Okay. So you roll the healing for that.
It is 1d8. Well, for each spell level above first, so it's 3d8 in total. Did we agree if it was, because it says 1d8 plus your spellcasting modifier of hit points? Spellcasting modifier, is that per dice, or is it total at the end?
Total at the end.
Total at the end. Okay, that's fine.
Slightly less complicated maths.
Yeah. Okay, so I've only got 1d8. Where's which is 5? Okay, so that's 17 hit points total.
Awesome. Alright. You save the person from inches from death. They look you in the eyes. It's a sort of a young man, and he clasps at your hand and sort of tearfully looks at you, and there's a moment of understanding that you have saved this person's life. It's very sweet. Okay, Hannibal, your go.
Yay. Okay. So how many enemies do we still have?
Just the one near you at the moment.
Oh, just the one that's dying. Okay. Well, I have a spell I wanted to cast, but it might be a little too short for now. So, since it's only one creature, he doesn't have a lot of life left, right?
You have no idea.
Okay.
But on a scale of like 1 to 100.
Okay. Then I guess I can cast Fireball on him. You have it there? I need to read.
No, I don't have it in front of me right now.
Oh, okay. Level 3, casting time 1 action, range 150 feet.
Yeah.
Duration instantaneous. A bright strike flashes from your pointing finger to a point you choose within range, then blossoms with a low roar into an explosion of flame. Each creature in a 20-foot radius must take a dexterity saving throw. A target takes 8d6 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. The fire spreads around corners. It ignites flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried.
Okay, cool. And you're attacking it all at this one creature, yes?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. Alright.
I'll prep my saves.
Alright.
Oh shit, yes.
The creature failed its save, so it's going to take most of the damage.
Now me. Oh, alright.
And yeah.
What's the save against? What do I have to pass?
It'll probably be like a 16. Hannibal, what's your damage for the fire?
Ooh, actually.
Yeah, they don't tell me that. Sorry.
Hang on. I'm Steed. I think I only actually. Oh no, I had to roll for both. Alright, yeah. I'm presuming I'm getting hit, but I think the steed might dodge.
Okay. You can probably dodge, yes. Okay. So, Hannibal, can you roll your damage for the fire?
For the save, it should, I think, be 8 plus intelligence plus proficiency.
Yeah, something
Yeah,
like
Arisa
that.
has the shield around her, so she should be fine.
Yeah, she'll be fine. And the others weren't close enough, I don't think, for it to affect them just yet.
I was flying.
But what is your damage for it, though, to attack the creature?
I don't know. It doesn't say in what I wrote down. It should have.
Oh,
But
in
it
which case, we'll just do an average and do 2d6s then, just to...
Wasn't it a fireball?
What spell is it?
If it was fireball, that's 8d6.
Yeah, it's normal fireball.
Ah, 3rd level. Yeah, in which case, do that one. I'm trying to look things up, and my thing's being slow.
Yeah, 8d6. And if you cast it at a higher level than level...
Yes, I know
Yeah,
that
then you
information is here.
Yep.
More.
Right. Yay for...
Yay.
Otherwise, you'd have toasted paladin.
The thing is though that half as much on a success means that your elk still gets like toast.
I'm well aware of the fact that my elk is dead. It's only got 13 hit points.
Ah. So Hannibal first attacks a party member and then murders your horse.
Can she get a shield on the people near the fire?
If you think you're going to hit them, you potentially can as you cast it.
Okay, then she can protect the party people and people won't hate me. So she does that.
Only because of who and what you are, though. Normally people wouldn't be able to do that. Just saying.
Yep.
But yeah, okay, so roll the damage for the fire. So the, what was it? 68. However many you said. Can't remember.
Wait, who rolls what, me?
You roll to do the damage for the fire itself.
Is that the 20 dice?
No.
No, it's the 8. So you roll a d6 either 8 times. 8d6.
There's an... sorry, I'm a little lost, sorry.
No, that's alright.
That's
Just
all
a
right.
6-sided dice.
So it's the one that has until 6?
Yeah.
Yep.
I
And
roll it
then
how many
do it
times?
8 times.
8, okay. Sorry.
That's
Sorry.
right.
If you want, you
Okay.
can tell us the numbers and we'll add it up with you.
Okay, yeah, that was a 4,
Yep.
a 5,
Yeah.
a 1, another 5,
Yeah.
a 2, and another 2. Was that how many?
You got 2 more.
A 6, and another 6.
Bloody hell.
Okay, so that's 9, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 25, 31. Am I right?
Hang on. 4 plus 5 plus 5. 31.
Hey, maths. Alright. Even though it's taking slightly less damage, you have incinerated the bastard. And it, like burns away, and you burn away like the skin down to the muscle, and it just like its like jaw hangs slackly open. Can everybody do a perception check for me, please? It's now dead.
Me as well?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Anyone in the vicinity who would be looking at the creature?
17. Sorry, I wrote it
15
down.
for me.
That's alright.
Do I avoid the damage or do I take?
You're avoiding the damage because she's doing a shield on all the party
Okay.
members, so you're okay. Okay, you all notice that the creature with its mouth hanging open has very pointed, long fang teeth. And at this point you hear some shouting, "Hey! Hey you, come in, quick, get in here!" And you can see a woman who
Oh
is
yes, red eyes and sharp teeth. What do you think it was?
a woman is you can't call it if you don't say it first. Otherwise it just works. This woman, she looks sort of like maybe late 20s. She's not unbeautiful, but she doesn't seem to do herself up. She looks like a warrior. She's got armor, she's got a sword on, she's got daggers strapped to her legs, she's got boots on, her hair is tied back in a braid, and she's currently running and pushing people, getting them out of the way and into places. And as she runs up to you guys, she shouts, if you're coming in, get in here! And she's pointing towards the Fort William place. She holds out a hand to help the people on the floor up, including you, Arissa. So you can take a hand and be called to your feet.
I'm going to help the person I...
Okay.
I'm going to help them up and kind of have them on my shoulder.
Okay. Also, Arissa, as she's helping you carry all the people, and you make your way towards Fort William, the actual building, the fort itself, as the lights get closer and you can see the torches and the lit windows and everything, she turns you around and she looks at you by the shoulder, Arissa, and she says, "Perfect! You're exactly what we need. It's so fortuitous you're here."
I'm sorry, what?
Well, I mean, you saw it, right? We're being overrun by vampires. I mean, with someone of your reputation, Buffy, I mean, we need you.
My reputation?
Yeah, you're Buffy, the Slayer of Vampires.
Oh my god!
The best card ever.
And as she pulls you all in, you see dark, pale shapes approaching on different sides. Some of them running towards the fort as the doors slam shut behind you. There's people crying, there's people who've got big blood marks dripping down their necks. And I will leave you guys on the note that this woman turns around and shouts to the crowd, "Never fear! Buffy, the Slayer of Vampires, is here among us tonight!" And everyone starts cheering.
I'm so done.
Okay.
I'm looking at the freaking collection I have. Oh my god.
So, I'll let everyone